Thank you, Zoe.
We're starting!
FlyQuest, you know, like you mentioned, like I think actually Zoe put it pretty well. Like they don't need to be, you know, the best team in the world here. They just need to be like, you know, Sentinels, like scrape by this week, try to get to next week, but you don't want to go in that 0-3 deficit like the side of Lunex is in Group B, you know, because that just makes it such a hard next week and difficult opportunity for you. But, you know, it's not an easy test against the 100 Thieves for sure, but you have to start it out in the ban phase, and we're going to immediately ban out the DD and Mantis for this.
I like what 100 Thieves is doing.
I think a unique
yes.
Vicky?
Yes. Yeah, when you just saw.
Like, I love what 100 Thieves is doing. Yes.
On Elsa, so
ban
now, Delena gets to get
ban
the
Elsa.
Admin unlocked.
Save Elsa. Yes.
For FlyQuest, but. They have a game plan. They take out the Gambit. They wanted to prio protect the Mantis. You were talking about the Mantis earlier today and the Psylocke. And that's interesting because that's probably going to force out the Gambit ban from the other side for 100 Thieves onto FlyQuest. See how that's going to work out hand in hand.
Yeah, ban Gambit. Why not? Ban it.
Excited to see more of 100.
As your last ban, you can ban Gambit. I like it.
Of, you know, Self being slotted in. You talked a lot about Self prior. Talk
nah,
about
dude. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Bring too,
I'm about to scream without the S. Those bans look fucking amazing.
Yeah, this is pretty crazy, and I think this will determine at least my perspective on this triple strategist composition with the Mantis and stuff. Like, it feels like FlyQuest are almost preparing for next week.
Oh my god, those bans and those saves, chat. Oh my god. Oh my god.
That's the reason why they're doing this, because for 100 Thieves,
oh my god,
they've gotten everything. Like they've gotten actually everything. Like,
oh my god, that's like the best thing you can do.
I mean, maybe that's just like a this.
Yo, Daredevil, appreciate massive getting this up, my friend.
That's
and a Daredevil with the massive 2 months. Appreciate it.
I'm really curious how FlyQuest play against it.
It's going to be hard, and TTK is already hovering over that. Angela, let's get this going, everybody. Our last series of the day to close out the first week of the preseason here in the Ignite Americas region.
Yo, I'm glad that we started the tournament, but
FlyQuest trying to prioritize the Mantis. You have to consider the fact that they're also dealing with like
this is fucking bullshit.
Gambit ban, Zelos being on the Cloaking Dagger. See if that's gonna work out for them. But
this is goddamn fucking bullshit, bro.
Today, Dogman, is the amount of Ultron that has been utilized on Dom specifically.
Yeah, that's an excellent point. I think that the Ultron itself is just, you know, very hard to KO. On top of the fact that he does insane damage, and he's kind of like easy to play. Like,
oh god, my nose hurts.
It's just a hero that kind of.
Oh, there you go. That felt good.
Almost, right?
Whew.
The only thing that's
I can breathe now.
Is like figuring out when to use your ultimate. You know, if there's a Magneto on the opposite side, you're just gonna farm up that or whatever. But immediately we're gonna go for this extreme fast TP play. We'll see if Vess wants to maybe go towards the point if they're all grouped together for 100 Thieves side, and maybe we get some one shots with the damage boost.
Trying to get a kidnap here too, splitting the attention, but 100 Thieves are already ahead of them as the point unlocks in the next 6 seconds. Susie already gets trapped. Jeff over from the other side, this time in the hands of Ken after we saw Winnie go over to the white box. I love what I've seen thus far too with a lot of our white box players, and that's before the buff too, as TTK lingers about to get more information and to harass this backline. The Angela is hungry, looking to sweep in on its next prey.
Yeah, absolutely, just try to like playing around, waiting in the wings. But, you know, in general, kind of comes for that dive early, has to back away to the health pad, just kind of play around.
Oh, taking so much damage. Melio
bro,
enters back and finds TTK.
Bro.
Great peel, too, to help Melio gut up to help
bro.
And Ken. And now with that first pick, FlyQuest do have the advantage for now before they try to re-engage because Vinny does have that van pool.
I just want to make a public service announcement.
Going in now, too, with her going back here, Dogman, while you get your setup here situated.
TTK just died first. He is no longer, if he loses this game, he is no longer my little brother. I am going to be looking. I'm going to be taking applications for a new little brother.
No worries, though, because then we can kind of clean off our glasses just to see that Melio finally does get taken out, and the extermination comes in from Self. Selena is close to that Glartrox, too, but it's going to be Zelos first with the invisible boundary. FlyQuest looking a little bit more straightened up, but with Zelos getting caught with the Glartrox, they deleted it quickly, but it's not fast enough before Delena gets a finishing blow onto Zelos. Now the Dance of the Cutterfly comes in. Jolly finds 2 off of 100 Thieves, and Tusi goes crazy.
FlyQuest is looking pretty good, though, chat.
Getting the control over the point first.
They're looking pretty good, bro. Can't complain. Can't complain.
And also my internet to finally sort its stuff out. But for FlyQuest, you know, we'll see how this upcoming fight kind of goes, as they've already set themselves up for a good position. You know, they can kind of play, you know, towards that objective, play towards the point, and allow maybe a little bit more space to come through, as you have some solid ultimates. You excelled in the previous fight, also to avoid.
Yo, Raw Doinkers. Appreciate the massive new tier 1 sub, my friend. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Jeff ult itself does not have the Ultron or
and Doctor, appreciate the massive 2 months. Hope you're having a great day.
Even you have that environmental KO potential if he gets protected. Looking onto 100 Thieves now with Winnie and Millennia getting to cycle through these strat ults and look for self, and that extermination that rings through your ears. They're trying to boot FlyQuest off this point, and Jolly has a lot of sustainability too with the Freedom Charge. Melio wraps everybody up together though, and it's going to be the Mantis ult to bring them into this point, because they have not gotten off just yet. 100 Thieves trying to force them off, and with the It's Jeff from Ken, Meteor F just to slam down, but a good protection to help enable Ken.
Yeah, nice job by Vest to block that.
Bro, whoever the spectator is watching the game at 2 times the speed. What are we doing?
Luna Ultimate Millennia wants to go forward, right? Take advantage, but that Eye's coming through. Maybe debate it out to Lena with the Glartrox off the map. No, it hits the wall.
No.
He brings it back, but it still gets deleted, so everybody's still healthy. And guess what? FlyQuest at the point. No ultimates for support ults on the 100 Thieves side. They're hit by Jolly and Tuzi with the Dance of the Butterflies, and they're cleaned up. FlyQuest are at 90%.
Yo. Oh my god. I have been saying I think Psylocke is a really good character this season, chat. Bro.
And 100 Thieves are gonna have to recontest with a portal.
Oh my goodness, and can they get there in time? The answer is yes. At the very least, they get that overtime tick down, but
what is going on? 100 Thieves has like the best fucking bands I've ever seen, in my opinion.
You maybe can get a pick off.
What are we doing?
Or something. Maybe somebody has to go off, but you have to play on the inside angle. Everybody's disengaging that dive coming through. Jolly understands that, needs to live. Good job playing his life for now. Vinny comes out, has that Bane Hammer. Jeff as well comes through. Maybe they can live, and Vinny can get some more damage off down range, but into the sky that Jeff goes. What doesn't want to get me?
Dude, no.
From Delena to read that.
Ken, you guys are up. You can't be doing that, bro. Good shit by Delena, but come on, Ken.
And with overtime ticking down and Vez having the Eye of Agamotto, look at TTK, who's falling incredibly low. Winnie also close for a reset. Eye of Agamotto comes in, but it only finds TTK.
Wait, that looked like a
finding Melio right as Zelos calls.
Nice.
Getting the shish kebab, making sure that the Glartrox truly eats tonight, and 100 Thieves flip.
Hey, they got it reversed, chat. They got it reversed.
First few fights from FlyQuest there to get themselves to 99.
And that was messy. I wonder if, like, so Ken, I think didn't want to get Meteor-Em'd or maybe even one-shot / charmed. So that is interesting. That didn't go for that Jeff ultimate in the previous fight. That maybe could have turned things. But the decision-making, regardless, has them at 99%, right? So they're going to this next fight. If they can force out Winnie's ultimate now, Self is on Doctor Strange of all things, right? No longer on the Ultron, so they don't have that crazy healing output. But you can't allow Delena, this guy right here, to get pickoffs like he did in the previous fight.
Yeah, Delena was getting away with it, even punishing the It's Jeff. When you saw Ken trying to go for that up on the high ground after he didn't really hit anybody. Uncontested in the back is Millennia, and Winnie's got the resustainability because with assembling the troops, Jolly and the Freedom Charge is leading the way. Meteor M from TTK trying to find it.
It's gonna be fat. It's gonna be fat. Come on, TTK. TTK, bro, I did not teach you how to airball. What are we doing here, man?
But you try to get the health back too, and Delena.
Oh, nice, Delena, nice.
Yeah, did it buy enough time, right? The Psylocke destined to die in that situation. And hyper aggressive Delena goes. He fell.
Oh, Delena dies. Nice. Oh. Oh, poor Vest, bro. Poor Vest. He hit no one with that ult and died. Damn. Poor guy.
Self with the Eye of Agamotto onto Zelos and Melio. They cannot catch a break, it seems, and Ken is coming in with the It's Jeff because 100 Thieves have flipped.
Holy, this is all over the place. Wait, what's all over the place? Yo, let's keep it PG, bro. Come on.
You know, we have to see now. Like, what does Ken do?
We're watching an esports game.
He's kind of the only one with it, right? A lot of times he's been dodging. They need to play slow, maybe for that Meteor M. Gets poked a little bit early, but every time, you know, they're playing slow, allowing the team to build up towards those ultimates, and the Glartrox is still available. And we saw what Delena did before.
Delana's looking for those cough drops though shortly before wrapping over to the left side, and they immediately use it. The Glockrocks catching one. The follow-up on THIEVES.
Oh, this is a good game.
Let's see if FLYQUEST can come into the recontest as Zealous.
They both traded though.
Tuzi finds two. Can they find a quick 3K? Jumps up, gets stunned. Beautiful safety as the invisible boundary comes in. And
oh wait. Ah! No! Oh, okay.
Wait, he's going to have the dance floor after this. They have to KO the Psylocke. Everybody has to look at him, make sure he can't get it off, otherwise we're all dead. Into the sky. One. Portal's there by his own teammate. Comes through.
Wait, oh my god, his own teammate teleported him. Oh my...
No way! The double portal now recontest from 100 keys at CTK taking quick nap. Meteor M is ready. The Freedom Charge is coming in. They're trying to play around the portal to get out of the line of sight. But it's a back and forth.
This is a really close game, chat.
The recontest on the point. They can't get off as it is 100 Thieves' point right now. And with Jolly Fun and Millennia, that's how you open things up for FlyQuest.
Yeah, that's a huge pick. Portal out. Cooldowns out of the White Fox. Can Delana get traded? Oh my goodness, Celos gets it in the 1v1. Now there's just a Doctor Strange with the back.
Chat. This could be anyone's ball game, bro. This could be anyone's ball game.
The answer is no. The damage boost is too much from Tuzi and FlyQuest, who win round 1.
What is... Are you kidding me? Tusi? I want to have whatever breakfast Tusi had, because Tusi...
Chat.
Is popping off. The immediate
this is bad.
The recontest, even at the end of that dance of the Cutterfly, kind of getting.
This is bad for 100 Thieves. This is good for FlyQuest, but this is really bad for 100 Thieves.
Individual talented players that we know to come
oh my goodness gracious.
European sort of mentality in terms of the fact that they run the Mantis at a pretty high level. Melio playing that flex role gives him the damage boost, allowed Tuzi to, you know, pop off like he did. And it's funny because I think we've seen Melio do well in Psylocke as well. So, you know, it's a very interesting team, you know, taking parts of EMEA, coming through, you know, and based on how everybody's talking about it and stuff, we lowered our expectations. But, you know, maybe, Vicky, we need
Jay, stop overreacting. What do you mean I'm overreacting?
To beat 100 Thieves today,
I don't overreact. This is my personality. Ask Emily. This is bad. I'm not overreacting.
They had.
FlyQuest is 0-2, and they have been playing, and I say this with respect, they've been playing very poorly. 100 Thieves is losing to the FlyQuest team that we watched yesterday, chat. That's not good for 100 Thieves either. Like, we watched the FlyQuest get rolled, and now that team that got rolled is rolling. No, not rolling. It's really even with 100 Thieves. That's bad.
They walked to the point early. Like you said, you know, really early into the season, you know, really nobody knows the best comps to play until about like the end of this week. But Jolly on the backside, they already give up the point. 100 Thieves already in control. Jolly frozen after being charmed. All that CC used on him, but they still have to deal with the Glockrocks coming up from Delana.
You know it too. Delana's getting a lot more aggressive as everybody's in the line of sight.
Oh!
They put down the
not,
but it's not going to be enough to say the 3 members of FlyQuest. So that's unfortunately an invisible boundary gone to waste.
Yeah, excellent job from Vinny, who is kind of free on the Van pool because he gets that mismatch and, you know, drops Banhammer, gets a lot more damage down range.
God forbid Jay enjoy something. Oh no, you're fine. You're fine. If you guys ever see me in real life and come say hi to me, you guys will know this personality you see online is exactly what you get in real life. Ask Emily. Except in real life, I will admit I do a little bit more twerking. So.
Finally have the point first, unlike the previous round.
Even playing off of that slight lag here, having that difference can make a huge difference for FlyQuest to make the comeback. Winnie taking the fight over to Ken, who unfortunately gets dove on. That's one strat out from FlyQuest, really leaving Zelos and Melio, and they do not want to stagger like this with Melio having that ultimate to try to recontest.
Yeah, this actually reminds me of...
Oh, are they going to their spawn? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Now there's... Come on, 100 Thieves. Now you guys are showing a little bit of life.
In that case, on the off angle,
you know what 100 Thieves needs to do?
100 Thieves,
and you guys might sound, you guys might not agree with me, but I can actually tell you this is 100% true, and it would motivate the team. What 100 Thieves needs to do to like pump them up is not listen to music, not like do some push-ups. What they need to do is put on a J3 montage and actually watch that. That will get them really hyped and like the blood flowing, and they'll do really well. Have you guys ever watched like a football, like a basketball montage, and then you got really hyped, and then you want to go play basketball? It's like exact the same thing. Nice.
Yeah, this is the 100 Thieves we know, right? I mean, just gets the map collapsed at the very end. Didn't even need a
wow.
beginning. 100-0 for 100 Thieves.
Wow. They actually...
You know, I'm curious if the side lock works out because we're going to...
They actually
science, which is a
popped off that round. 100-0. The first round, FlyQuest did really well on.
The Ultra on there-ness is like...
Hey, we're going to a map 3, chat. A round 3 on Koth.
Effect. But I would favor Delena on this Elsa, who will just kind of be able to run free. And, I mean, like, FlyQuest didn't put up a fight in the last round, Vicky.
Yeah.
They lost every fight.
30 seconds before
domination. Literally, like, when it comes to this game mode here, Dogman, like, domination, that first fight could determine so much in terms of, like, ult economy and, like, 100 Thieves in that first round. Couldn't really find that footing. Meanwhile, on the second round, look at the way that they were able to recontest FlyQuest. They were staggering them. They even jumped Ken, turned them into sushi. And we're going on here to the round 3 where you have more of that verticality that you were talking about.
Excellent reads by 100 Thieves and very poor placement of, you know, just like this, like what they did in the previous fight for FlyQuest. They kind of went down one after another, but we'll see if that changes around, right? The first round went their way. They had somewhere, I think, for the strategists to really bunker up and play off of that, but it's going to be a lot harder in this round as it does get a little bit more open in terms of space. So, you know, how does 100 Thieves play this? And more importantly, where is FlyQuest going to put their invisible boundary coming up? And does Ken also try to play for his own life as TTK is off that mag that he was playing earlier, and on the Emma has looked flawless.
And as we go the distance too, you have to imagine what this does for the Vanpool, right? He's got those upgrades already ready to go, as he's one of those characters that like to build up, as Delena has released a glove top, and you have Vez on the receiving end of that weapon. TTK,
yo,
their line of sight, and FlyQuest are still holding on to these ultimates.
Yo,
holding that Soul Resurgence, and Zelios comes in with that invisible boundary. A little bit better this time around, but Vinny tries to isolate them with the bubble.
I mean, they're trying to sustain, they're trying to live, but they're still down a member of their team. So the Capel, don't touch the point again. This happened before in the previous round, and now Tuzi's going to get picked off.
Delena's doing really well.
Is anything there to counter it? Ultron's rage is there, so they get nothing in.
Oh my god, it's a Delena show right now, bro. It is a Delena show right now, chat.
Having their way right now, literally sending them back to the spawn route gates, and is still holding up before backing away because not only do they have the point first, but Delena is just being able to take so much of this momentum and run with it.
Yeah, he's been doing whatever he wants here, right? And I think off of that, TTK swap to the Emma Frost is just sort of stuffed FlyQuest's game plan. Like, it's just given so much space to Delena to pop off and do whatever he wants. So they've had to mix things up, maybe change something. But they don't have Shadows, so maybe you can set up Tuzi. However, it's quite the distance. Look how far back they're playing. You have to use every cooldown to even get close.
And with TC using the dance of the Cutterflies,
see, I like that, but I think that was a really nah. I don't like that ult by 2Z, bro. That was a good. No one went in. No one helped them. The whole 100 Thieves was stacked up. They're not killing anyone. Nice, Vess. Hey, good shit, bro. I don't like that 2Z ult though. They were all stacked. No one was diving with you. No one was gonna like capitalize on your damage. What was that, bro?
Nice job from Vest, because that was kind of hopeless, right? Like, they were
sent good shit by Vest, bailing out 2Z right there, though.
Space that you are given, right? Like, he had to use every cooldown to get in, and 100 Thieves obviously expected it, patty caked it, lived it. Now this upcoming fight, though, right? You go on the ultimate advantage. Yes, Vest got those KOs, but it cost him the Meteor and it cost him the Dance of the Butterflies. Let's see if they can live with the Shadow ults now. That's the crucial factor, as Delena's been brutal every single time with the Glartrox.
And the disruption, too, onto the backline from Jolly, who's trying their best to try to split that up from 100 Thieves. Delena has that Glartrox, and they see that Zealous has already called in that invisible boundary. It's up to Melio to see how they're going to be able to try to utilize the Soul Resurgence on the other receiving end, as Vest falls so incredibly low, brings him back up to health, finds another snipe, this time out to
Vest is popping off. I will say, I duo with a lot of people, chat. But Vest has, I think Vest has one of the best Magnetos I have ever seen in my life. And they're staggering TTK. Oh, chat, can we get an 07? We're just going to watch him jump off the map. Oh, they didn't even watch him jump off the map. They got him. Oh, no, bro.
But we've seen out of teams, Vicky, earlier, you know, you can throw that advantage away slowly but surely, like Nightmare earlier. You know, for FlyQuest's side, sure, they don't have a lot of ultimates, but they're going to build the Dance of the Butterflies. If the 100 Thieves overcommit or don't find anything with the Glartrox, I might get worried if I'm a 100 Thieves fan.
It's looking grim, but at 95%, they're looking to recontest, and FlyQuest really only have Ken to make a big It's Jeff move, as 2C also looking to try to utilize the Dance of the Butterflies. Melio trying to go for a flank, and it's...
Oh, no, Melio.
Gets the Dance of the Butterfly, but is answered by the fate of both from Millennia, who was holding on to it.
Yeah, they get the dance floor out. Self's not going to be here, and with that Ultron's Rage, so that's big. Ken's ultimate, he's just going to use it to live. Maybe trying to avoid all that damage. Delena's still here on the objective, though, but they are missing Self. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, my God, Delena, bro. Delena
hunts him down with the Deadpool team up. Jolly just trying to stall things out. And oh, my goodness, it's a reset. 100 Thieves have control.
Chat, this is scary, bro. This is coming down to the wire, bro. Oh my goodness.
Currently doesn't have free reign because Delena's having so much impact and getting these.
You don't need a portal if you're FlyQuest. You have a lot of time to get back to the fight. Get back to the point, do another fight, and then you can portal if you do lose that next fight, though.
That was a prio pick, as 100 Thieves are working with what they have. Winnie does have that ultimate ready to go on the White Fox. Nice little bubble as Vet tries to push up and has that Meteor M.
100 Thieves do have good ults, but Zelos is about to get his support ult.
To find a big ultimate. He has to also counter the Ultron's Rage coming up in a second. Jolly trying to force it out. He does, but does he live? No.
Oh no, that's bad. He might need a portal. Jolly might need a portal.
Oh wait, trade it though. They get rid of Delena. Sure, you don't find anything with the Meteor M, but that ultimate's too late from that Fox. The White Fox ultimate gonna get taken out. Invis boundary's perfect. Millennia gets stolen upon, but does have the drone.
Oh!
Damage boosting got it done.
2Z!
No way. Slowly but surely they're getting it done. Here comes the Deadpool. Trying to bounce, trying to get those upgrades, and the portal is here.
Come on, Vinny.
Clearly a Mario character the way he's trying to jump around and try to prolong. What's it?
Oh my! Yo, no.
Crazy.
Chat, last fight.
Comes in next. They're finding all these pile picks. Overtime taken away. It's FlyQuest.
TTK, you have to be the winner. You have to be the champion. Let it rip.
The point back in their favor. And 2C
did he get anyone? I don't know if he's getting anyone with his ult. Oh no, Millennia. You have to get your ult. Delena, you have to get your ult, bro. They have to get their ult. Delena gets a kill. Oh my God. Oh my God. Is it big by Ken?
He got eaten by Ken. He's pulled away. Can they find him?
How many does Ken have? How many does Ken have? It doesn't show us. Oh no! Oh no, bro!
Because FlyQuest. Oh my goodness. There's just one left. This invisible woman, and she's gone back into the pit of hell. FlyQuest wins map 1.
FlyQuest, more like main quest. They heard us. They heard everybody at home and said 100 Thieves, they're the ones stealing the win here. FlyQuest take map number 1. Are you kidding me?
Well, last game of the day, you know, who needs a Red Bull?
Chat, the game's not over yet. Why are you guys saying pay you? You guys do realize it's 1-0. 100 Thieves can still come back, right?
In essence, 2Z's your MVP, and
I don't do it off one game. I do it off the series.
Strong mentals, iron mentals. Now, Vicky, does that?
That was a great game, though. Hey, that was a very hyped game.
What an unexpected map 1.
My brain is shattered right now. What did we just witness? 2C, 19 finals. Delena had 19 finals too, but it was the impact of the
Oh my God, yeah. Delena had 19 finals. Oh my God. Delena was playing...
What?
He was playing Elsa. He has 19 finals with 37,600 damage. 2Z was playing Psylocke at 34-7 with 19 finals and had 37,000 damage, bro. I am telling you, Psylocke is by far going to be one of the best characters you could possibly play right now, chat. 2Z went X game mode.
My goodness, what a play. And overall,
well, I don't know about his ult that he did. I understand you guys are saying that he capped the point and all that, but like I don't really agree with that ult. But he is doing really well right now.
Potentially for next week, a lot of the pros did. But
yo, Blink, appreciate the massive prime sub, my friend. And Mal Ryodo, is that your name? Appreciate the massive new tier 1 sub as well.
Likes to set up plays like we saw 2Z do.
14-7 though, yeah, 14-7 with 2 final hits and 29,000 damage with Vinny. I feel like Vinny should have got a lot more final hits and kills and limbs.
I am like appalled right now. I was there. We were there. FlyQuest take the map versus
That's
100
wild,
Thieves.
chat.
This is insane to see.
That
as we
is
get set up
wild.
Here, see what the second map is going to be looking like. But before we throw it over to Brick to make sure everybody is ready, we have to see what 100 Thieves is thinking. Because also, like Dogman, as a former
insane individual performances. Like, those were heroic moments.
I mean,
Why did you make
honestly,
some?
sorry to interrupt you, Vicky. I know you wanted to say something.
No,
but
no,
like,
no.
It's like, I feel like, you know that meme where we're seeing like the coffin dance, you know? Like we were like bringing it out for FlyQuest already. We were like, okay, we'll do the coffin dance ready for FlyQuest's demise.
Oh my god, chat.
But
Emily made me a snack. Cat
other
food.
meme, you know, call an ambulance, but not for me. Because 100 Thieves look like they're the washed up team right now.
Dude, 2C and Delena
she
1v1
wants
was
some.
great. You know what it gives me like flashbacks of? I don't think we're gonna see it. It depends on like what the pick and ban phase is. But why is it like a part of me want to see like the Psylocke 1v1? Like, you know, the ego check real quick, like 2C going crazy. Delena can't do more. What is going on here? FlyQuest actually managing to take a map off of 100 Thieves. We've only seen 100 Thieves once,
dude,
right?
when they were showing us the Jeff POV and he swallowed someone, they didn't show us how many he swallowed. Usually when you're watching a Jeff or you're playing Jeff, it shows you how much you swallowed.
Take a map against Sentinels yesterday.
I don't know.
And now we
I don't know why that sounds
first map,
but like it didn't show us.
Win against 100 Thieves. What is going on?
And it's crazy because round 2 was so one-sided in 100 Thieves' favor. So after round 2, I was like, oh, okay, never mind. Like, round 1 was a fluke. It's okay. Like, 100
It's
Thieves
my
are
birthday.
in control,
Yo!
but, even in round 3,
Happy birthday,
for
bro.
a lot of it, 100 Thieves looked really, really strong there. Obviously, with like Delena doing like the Lord's work on that Elsa, getting away with like literally everything, getting so many great pickups in the neutral, just like constantly pushing the opposition back there. But man,
oh, they were spectating one of the Swallow players and not Jeff. Oh, that's probably why. That's on the spectators then.
It did. It really did. And I think that's like what Vicky said. I mean, it's because they have Tuesday.
Yo, Fashion's Warrior. Appreciate you guys gifting something, my friend. You're too kind. You're too kind. Gifting someone on their birthday. W.
Forward. Like, I feel like this kind of is like an overarching macro situation. Like, it feels like nobody knows the meta, right? And that's why this weekend was crazy, right? Nobody understands it. And then everybody thinks they understand it, so then they're all
should I
like
go to bed tomorrow
on Twitter talking about how
it's 11 at night and I have school tomorrow. No, bro, you're watching a really good game right now.
Everybody is stupid. Okay, you don't have to be.
Everyone's a liar.
Everyone's a liar. Okay, we're all dumb. You can join us in the dumb pool of people because I mean, listen, everything's gonna change up next week. Like, we'll probably see a completely different comp.
Oh, next week is.
That's true. I agree.
The patch that we're on right now,
okay,
chat.
Then where do you go into when it comes to our second map, right? Like, you did this on Dom. We always mentioned how volatile Dom is. Obviously, we're on the pre-patch of the White Fox changes and the Elsa nerfs, but we're moving ahead here with 100 Thieves, like, really only having that one series to, like, look back on, which went to a Game 5. Can FlyQuest even replicate?
Hey, what's up, Eduardo? Hope you have a great day, my friend. Thank you, thank you. You're too nice. You're too nice.
Another Nightmare 2.0 situation.
Okay,
night, type exclamation mark drop and it's all right there for you. I don't know the date on the top of my head.
Win this first one. How do you feel about Midtown?
I think this is a very good 100 Thieves map. You know, I think in the past we've seen them excel on it. But that's also all the 100 Thieves.
How viable is Moon Knight new to the game? He's pretty good for a character to learn as a beginner.
Because, you know, we've had
pretty
a lot
good
of
in low ranks.
Shakeups, you know, a lot of storylines, I think, going into the year. But everything is flipped on their heads when, like you mentioned earlier, Zoe, with freaking Vest being the last one on FlyQuest after that mid-season, and then everything shaking up. This is the perfect time to get invested, I think, for our viewers. And Midtown was a known map for 100 Thieves.
J3, how you doing today?
It's new 100 Thieves.
I am doing fantastic, man. Thank you. I am very tired.
We really even understand this team right now.
We are on a 13-hour stream, chat. Back to back to back, 3 days in a row, 14-hour streams, and we get to do it next weekend as well. Woo! And we get to do it again another weekend for the finals. Woo!
We saw against Energy Shock, so they definitely like tried some different stuff. I don't think they had Ultron in the mix. That seems to be the flavor of the day today.
And we get to do it again when the normal regular season comes. Woo! And when those playoffs happen, we'll do it again. And then the next stage 2 we'll do it again. And then the grand finals will do it again.
Like we saw, I mean, we could see like
yeah, a lot of watch partying, chat. A lot of watch partying.
Like a better server for them to find that middle ground. But if you can try to enable 2C in that 1v1 that we're gonna keep seeing between 2C versus Delena, where's this impact? How is the backline gonna survive? Ken, by the way, did get that really crazy It's Jeff. But how far can you get away with this, right? If we're moving on to Midtown, you usually see that triple.
So you're going back to full time, chat. I've always been full time.
We've been seeing
all I'm gonna say, by the way, tomorrow's stream, I don't know when it's gonna start. I have been getting like 6 hours of sleep every night. I am going to hibernate. I am going to just
playing Hero Mania, being able to pull basically a hero out of these bag of tricks.
I'm just gonna die for like a day, and then I'll come back to life like on Tuesday, chat. No, I'll stream tomorrow.
That really stood out. That really like caused
also, I want to let you guys know.
Turn the enemy's ban strat.
I'm gonna tell you guys a little secret.
Feel like, oh, we do have to prioritize that. Like, do we really want them to get away with a Mantis pick?
Wednesday, we are doing an Elo Hell. You're not gonna want to miss it.
So, like,
it's one of the first
now you might have to adjust
of its kind Elo Hells.
Kind of like mapped out already for the series.
Yeah, you can't go in with a plan, I think, is what we're kind of coming to terms with.
Like, the plan is not to have a plan.
Yeah, kind of, a little bit. Like, you have to be flexible, like we mentioned, but it is an incredibly difficult task for all these squads. But a lot of
what time Wednesday? Oh, Wednesday at
like
4 p.m.
Composition, like we've seen,
EST.
Whether it be triple with Mantis, whether it be triple with Ultron, sometimes with the Adam Warlock, like we saw. But
it's gonna be good.
Maybe the shoe doesn't fit sometimes, Zoe. Like, sometimes you can't play triple strategist all the time because, oh, well, we fell off from Mantis with the damage boost, like Vicky was mentioning, giving that to Tuzi, but we don't have that anymore once we lose the Mantis. I don't think we
Big bro, I'm in school at that time. Bro, just drop out. Everyone's selling their feed anyways.
It's gonna be a whole lot harder, right?
Stay in school. It's gonna be a YouTube video, so don't worry.
The extermination too, and seeing how quickly you can get that. And let's go back to the
Yeah,
ban
4
phase,
p.m.
a
on
change-up,
Wednesday.
Even though FlyQuest did win that first map, of course, again, domination. It went down to the wire in that round 3. But a change-up would be...
School's important,
are we
chat.
gonna
School's
keep
important.
banning the Daredevil/Gambit? Can we look at what Delena's impact is and maybe take care of the Elsa instead? You know, maybe they feel
Boba's
like
birthday does not start at 4.
But obviously, with Delena getting so much impact, what was it like? Slightly with like 19 final hits that we saw, did almost like 38k damage on the Elsa alone, was obviously a problem in comparison to like everybody else. Vinny was doing a good job.
Bro, I'm in 8th grade. Should I drop? Bro, it's your birthday today and you're asking if... You should... Get your ass to bed.
That was pretty much the case already in there.
I don't care it's your birthday, bro. I will tell your parents that you are on your phone underneath the blankets, like... past your bedtime. Go to sleep.
I'm surprised to see an Elsa slipping through it, especially because FlyQuest, we've not really seen them utilizing the Elsa, so there's no reason for them to like.
Happy birthday, Rain.
So they could have that in a ban priority pretty high up, probably.
This goes to show.
Wait,
I think
I'm even more of a Sentinels hater now after checking Twitter.
Right? Like I feel like.
Drop the tweet, bro. Drop the tweet.
Wasn't it last map? They still took the L, right? Like that's kind of crazy. So you can't really carry with one character, and I think going to that, maybe...
Drop the tweet, bro.
About the macro of it, but...
You're a snitch already. Drop the tweet.
Leaning still towards Vicky, where it's like, we're going over to a map where Elsa dominates. Like, I think Midtown is not a great dive map. It's super long range, and Delena's popped off there before. I'm a little worried for FlyQuest.
So Elsa, we get everything set, right?
Hey, Jay, glasses look good on you. Hey, appreciate it. Yo, drop the tweet. You cannot say...
Yeah, I see we are heading to Midtown, as you said, convoy map next. And yeah, we're, of course, still waiting for what the teams have in store. I'm also just, like, actually baffled at the fact that FlyQuest, 3 of their players are playing on ping.
Yep.
And they managed to, like, make this look so good. If FlyQuest is taking this serious, like, how does our idea of this group shift? Because then we're looking at 100 Thieves at an 0-2 in week 1.
Oh no. Oh no. It's scary to bring that up because it could very well...
Never warm up with Sentinels, biggest snitches in the scene.
I got into a tussle with the 100 Thieves fans before for no reason because they thought I was too biased against their team. Even though
like
our codes are traded like Pokemon cards.
That is. But I like them. I like 100 Thieves' chances, except if they go down 0-2 this week. Not a good look, obviously. But I still believe on Midtown they're a very good team on that map, based on how they played. It depends on what FlyQuest does in that sort of ban phase for sure. But I think we could agree that like the ban phases are kind of similar to what we've seen throughout the whole tournament. In that Elsa, like you said, Vicky, is server admin.
Yeah. Now our teams do need an extra minute, so we of course are happy to give that to them. We're heading into a break, and when we're back, we're hopefully gonna have map number 2 ready for all of us.
What's the lore with codes? So if you guys don't know what he's talking about, what I think he's talking about is that, you know, the teams scrim with each other, right? And just like how you play a ranked game, there are going to be codes at the end of, like, you know, those scrims. And what I think they're doing is that they're taking those codes and let's just say 100 Thieves and FlyQuest scrim with each other. Well, they scrimmed with each other, so they're practicing with each other, but they're taking the codes and giving it to other teams so other teams can, like, study them and whatnot. But, I mean, to be honest with you, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that's shitty, because I don't know if, like, coaches do it. No, coaches probably don't do it, right? Like, leaking scrims, or like if leaking, I don't know, leaking strats does kind of like seem like kind of sus, bro. Usually pro players do block like their profiles, so people can't just look at their scrims and see what they're running and playing and what their strat is. Yeah. It's like watching film for real sports, yeah. So I have no idea, man. Why does your about section say Overwatch when you play mainly rivals? Because it says I usually either play Overwatch or any FPS games. And it also says I'm the most positive streamer in the world. Do you want to? Let me see your chat history. Jay needs to change his about to say I either usually play Marvel Rivals. Why does your about section say only Overwatch? Wow, he's only playing Overwatch today. Overwatch is better than Rival. Oh. Oh, yeah, he's... Oh. 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 Yeah, I'll get back to Overwatch soon. I was burnt out. I did the math. I played the game for 17,500 hours streamed, and that's not considering my pro games day, too. I have like 20,000 hours in the game, man. Yeah. I'll get back to Overwatch eventually and do content for both games, but I kind of got burnt out. I'll get back to it. I don't know, man. Like, I love Overwatch. I played Overwatch. It's what I, like, you know, but it's like, you can't get mad at me for playing other games, bro. It's like me getting mad at you for quitting your first job. Why did you leave that first job? Huh? Why didn't you stay there forever, huh? Huh? You know what I'm saying? Cause better pay? No, you can't leave that first job. J3, I'm mad. Hurry up and get back to Variety. We'll get to Variety soon. I don't know how Emong does it. How many hours do you think he has? Oh, he probably has a lot. Yeah, man. I don't know. Listen, I just started branching out to a lot more Variety games as well. I feel like, you know, I've neglected so many, like, I'm gonna be honest with you. For an example, Resident Evil. I've never played Resident Evil. I've neglected so many good single-player games, and I'm having a lot of fun. But I will say, also, Detroit Become Human was really fun. And also The Last of Us. Wow, but still, fuck Abby, you know what I'm saying? But I will say, BioShock 1, horrible game. I did not like it. I don't know why you guys recommended me that game. I did not have fun. Nah. I can't, bro. BioShock 1 had so many problems. I didn't understand the story. There was 8 guns, 8 magic spells. There's too much, chat. There's fucking too much. There's too much. Sometimes too much is not good. I will probably do a tier list with all the games that I played so far, but we will get back to Variety, chat.
Day 1 and day 2, we are here to fill you in. Starting with day 1,
bro, what's going on, man? Why is
kind of the debut for a lot of these teams. Some of them knocking off the.
No, I still have a lot of games to play here, chat. Actually, I haven't. There is a section in my Discord if you guys want to recommend me games, but I still have BioShock 2. We're gonna beat BioShock Infinite. We got Black Myth Wukong. We got the Doom Eternal, Doom the Dark Ages. Chat's been recommending me Ghosts of Tsushima. I got God of War, Ragnarok, got to do all that. We got Red Dead Redemption 2, which is going to take a long time. I still got to beat Resident Evil 5 and 6. We beat Resident Evil 7. We have to beat Silent Hill 2 and Silent Hill F. I have to beat Until Dawn, and then we also have to beat The Witcher 3. So there's a lot of games for us to play. No, I've never played any of that, Run Guy. So there's there's a lot of games I have to play. Also, if you guys don't know, it doesn't do well on YouTube, but I like playing the game, so I'm going to continue to do it. But we do have a lot of variety games uploaded. We have Resident Evil 2 that we just started uploading. We uploaded Portal 2 already. We started uploading all of Resident Evil Requiem is already uploaded. We have Half-Life uploaded. We have a normal Portal uploaded. We have High Guard uploaded. We have Dispatch uploaded.
Welcome back, one and all.
Yeah. So we have a lot of games to play.
Waiting the beginnings of map 2 after FlyQuest took that first one away from 100 Thieves. A phenomenal performance across the board from that team with lots of individual heroics and highlight reels. I am very, very excited.
Detroit, I think, is going to be is getting edited right now.
On that second map, we already talked a little bit about our expectations for the ban phase here. Generally, obviously, like having a longer break here as a player, is that an opportunity to overcook here, Dogman?
It might be for sure. Like, I mean, like, you know, that you could potentially be tilted about a potential server selection. Like, there's all that situation going into your heads. Yeah, you just can't overthink it. You know, you just got to pick the right heroes that work for you. And based on what we saw in the last map, we probably want to try to prioritize keeping that Mantis again. It is tough because that would mean that we're going to see that Elsa go through, and then yeah, it's like you're just like trying to argue about whether you want to get a different type of pizza or whatever. Like, it's like, you know what you really want at the end of the day. Why are we having this discussion, you know?
Yeah, it's definitely super deep strategic plays here. We get to witness in each of those matches as the teams are figuring out their own game style. Or
no, don't tell me we're going on a break again.
Their opponents, so things have to be very fluid, very open.
Yeah, you think about too, like getting iced out, right? Because momentum is everything. I like to call it out as it is because it's a long delay and you want to be able to get fired up and get right back into the action. But to be completely transparent to everybody wondering what's taking so long, it's just about selecting the server that they're going to be playing on. We keep mentioning it with 3 players on FlyQuest playing on ping. It's about finding that middle ground.
Oh my god, they're complaining about the servers, bro.
To figure out
yeah, we're probably going to be here for a while, chat. How's your day going?
FlyQuest in this best of 3 are sitting at match point, dog man.
Yeah, match point and FlyQuest, you know, they've looked good in the past on these map types, you know, but they have to really come to terms with the fact that, you know, like you mentioned, there's 3 people on ping, and it's always going to be a discussion over what server you have to play. You know, because playing on ping in Marvel Rivals is not easy. You know, like you'll have, especially for the projectile characters, your aim is going to be even more delayed, and it can really throw off a lot of your synchronization in terms of like your aim and all that sort of stuff.
And of course, we do hope that none of these delays are impacting the momentum of the team here. Both teams are still looking to get their first victory on the board here in our opening week. FlyQuest currently leading the charge 1-0. Can 100 Thieves tie it up, or will FlyQuest run away with it?
Vicky, what do you think? I'm thinking this is gonna be an extended series, and we're actually gonna have to stay past 12 o'clock. It's gonna be past midnight, and the series is finally gonna end 9 to 8. That's what I'm gonna say.
Well, it's a good thing that I'm on complete degen schedule because it goes hand in hand with the way that I be gaming too late. You already know how it is, dog man. We banned out the Elsa. We've learned her lesson, and we also
oh my god, finally
in the what server we're going into, because I actually heard through the grapevine that I believe 100 Thieves wanted the Dallas server over the Virginia server that we just played on in that last game, and we're gonna have to see how that is influenced into FlyQuest and the way that they approach this, because it does make it easier for 2T to pop off And as he's hovering over that Venom, we do get the protect over that Vanpool. So no Elsa, no Gambit for 100 Thieves. Whereas 100 Thieves wanted a prio, the Loki protect, and because they prioed that first, that means that they won't have the Gambit because it had allowed FlyQuest to get that second ban next.
Yeah, I think we've seen a lot of teams take us to like Shin Shibuya and stuff where, you know, you see that type of hero, but the Mantis getting removed based on what we saw in the last series, I think adds up. But for FlyQuest, what do they want to do, right? Because they've already gone for that Elsa ban and the Gambit, you know, does that change up their playstyle now? You know, what do they want to go next? Do we want to go towards that Vanpool? Nope, going to be towards that Mantis, so they don't want to necessarily get that one-sided matchup. More than likely, we'll see 100 Thieves go for that protect towards the very end, unless they want to change it up. But this is more in line, I think, what we saw today out of our previous matches based on how they performed.
Yeah, the call it though on getting the Loki protect though when they saw that 100 Thieves had
my eye
out
red?
the Gambit, which means you will not get the double Raging Royal Flush. I'm excited to see how this is gonna play out. Of course, since we are moving on to Convoy, the Invisible Woman Hover, it's gonna be the next ban, so you will not have the double Invisible Boundary coming out online if you get that God of Mischief copy.
Yeah, I guess this is what we've seen at the end.
Chat, Emily's saying my eye, under my eye is green.
So
Is under my eye green, this one?
Invis on the opposite side.
I can't see.
Does that mean FlyQuest go for the Invis ban too? Like,
is under my eye green?
Like, based on what we've seen earlier, we could see that. The group ban would kind of make sense, actually, with the Loki and stuff, and also based on the fact that you want to play group.
No, my eye's not green.
Leaves, you know, Wolverine open for both sides.
She's saying under my
However,
eye.
Groot not available for 100 Thieves. Meanwhile, FlyQuest can't play the Invisible Woman, so they would have to rely on, you know, that Fade for Zelos or Magneto Bubbles. So this should be unique. I think it's a very interesting end to this, like, ban phase, but 100 Thieves, the fact they get to play Wolverine is nice based on what we've seen earlier, and a lot of really good Wolverine players take the stage.
And Vanpool, right? Because we know how Vanpool likes to scale throughout the course of these games, and since we are on Convoy, you know that we can go the distance, and it makes it even better for Vanpool to get those upgrades over the long term. And seeing how this is going to work out, right? FlyQuest just getting set up, Melio going to be able to load in shortly, and Vez looking like they're going to be the ones over that Vanpool. Jolly rolling out on the Magneto. You talk about.
I walk into Emily's room to show her that my eye's red, and then guess who I see fucking in there on her cat bed? Boba.
That could get a kidnap out of the Eternal Bond on.
You can keep him.
They're thinking hard too, Vicky. Like they're going over to Melio to the Namor. He was hovering Bucky at a point. Like. I'm curious how THIEVES does without the Mantis damage boost. You know, reliant more on the Terra Cape from Zelos for that damage boost.
Okay, chat, let's get this.
Playing that thing composition to try to counter any potential dive for FlyQuest.
Let's get this. Let's get this.
Still had to think heavily about it.
I am so glad that these bans are good. Gambits are banned. Elsas are banned. Mantis is banned.
THIEVES, though, gets called out immediately by Delena. Says it's fine. I don't need the Elsa. I could be just as explosive in dealing with so much of this damage impact. Millennia then finds Vez. 2 out originally from the side of FlyQuest with THIEVES coming back. It's a lot of damage output here, but they have to look behind them. The Switch are also there. And
nice shots by Delena, bro. He's feeling himself, chat. Delena is feeling himself.
To that next checkpoint.
I'm curious what they run after this, because I don't know. I don't personally. I'm not a big fan of playing Psylocke into 100 Thieves comp. I mean, they have Invis, they have Loki to peel. THIEVES gonna hard shoot tanks, I suppose, but he needs to not get picked off like that previous fight. It's always tough against a full counter dive composition from 100 Thieves, and they're already fronting to back their way towards the very end with 3 minutes left.
Melio making that swap up to the Punisher with Jolly taking so much damage to kidnap. Somebody save him, but nobody could out-heal that damage. In fact, Vinny booting him out too. And fighting that next pick here as the Deadpool ultimate comes in, and THIEVES isolates Winnie. THIEVES getting a really big pick off here, could flip this script, and THIEVES unfortunately gets called out by TTK.
Oh man, THIEVES. Oh, TTK. Okay. Wait, what time is it? Oh, it's almost midnight. Yeah, TTK just woke up, bro. He's popping. Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, and can also use the Loki copy too. Oh god. Oh, that's pretty bad. He's going over the Jeff at the very least. They're going to switch to full dive, and I think that makes sense. Like, first point, it's tough. I don't know, man. Like, just playing Psylocke, I don't even know how he got Winnie. Like, Winnie's movement must have been terrible there. Like, he had all cooldowns up, and Winnie...
Yeah, these are prime gaming hours for TTK, bro.
Or right-click, like, he's got everything, and just gets 2-tapped by THIEVES without damage boost. That's pretty embarrassing. But for 100 Thieves, they at least don't have ultimates used in the previous fight like Ken did, and they're also still pushing forward at such a blistering pace that I guess I would
Ooh, Melio. Melio on the Daredevil and THIEVES on the Psylocke. That's going to be interesting.
A lot, and Self being on this Wolverine is going to be so destructive. Look at Zelos taking an off-angle position. Already used up that BRB, it looked like here, too. Gonna have to boost up into that Sia shortly to follow up with 2C and the Dance of the Butterflies. Melio is on that Daredevil, though. That's another pinpoint as the God of Mischief comes out in the form of the Invisible Woman. You have the
Wait, yo. What's FlyQuest doing, bro? You guys do know this is an objective-based game. You guys just gave him all of second point. Oh, God, what are you? Guys! Bro, FlyQuest!
That's 3 out for FlyQuest. 100 Thieves.
What are we... FlyQuest! What are we... You guys just let them walk right past you while pushing the car, bro.
When we talk about, teams being dive focused, dive centric, that's what FlyQuest is, right? At the moment, they're trying to play dive, and there's nobody touch the payload, right? There's nobody touch the objective moving forward. And if you go there, you're dead. Just like we've seen Jolly feed multiple times over and over again.
They literally just drove the car right past them, rolled down the window, and waved. Like, what are we doing?
It's not been easy because Self just gets that chuck from
what are we doing?
And then can just kind of grab anybody he wants. Also, they just sort of secure the payload the whole time. So look at this. It's just been moving nonstop. Barely anybody's touched. Finally, we use ults.
Yeah, this is one of those really tricky chokes too, where once you get held here, it can be difficult to make a comeback. And I like the way that FlyQuest were at least able to recontest the first time they hold back 100 Thieves, because with this 4-minute time bank, it is dwindling down. But look at Delena, does have a reset as well as TTK with a Sonic Seduction. As Self is waiting from the side, looking to see if they can try to get the kidnap. But with the Dance of the Butterflies, 2C's trying to isolate them, and it still fights Millennia.
Nice. That was a good push by FlyQuest. Good shit. Good stuff. Vest popping off too. Melio is on the... Okay, yeah. This is going to be a great game, chat. I like this. I do like FlyQuest's DPS a little bit. I like the Psylocke and I like the Phoenix. I like the Lena on the Phoenix, chat, but I don't know how I feel about the... Oh my God.
What the hell was that?
I don't know how I feel about the Wolf pick, though.
Every time they go around that left side corner, it's just been absolute execution. Putting them in the microwave, quite literally, and with 100 Thieves at least coming right back around to follow up. Jolly has a survivability with the Freedom Charge.
It really feels like 100 Thieves are kind of on autopilot, right? Like we're just going down in weird situations. Invisible Boundary to counter the Phoenix on the opposite side. Did they use anything else? It looks like Vest did use the Deadpool ultimate. So it's 2 for 2 in that last fight, and they still want to stall. FlyQuest is trying to get more out. Delena's going to commit the Phoenix ultimate to counter the cap in a weird situation, but luckily that burn kind of goes through the walls regardless.
I do have to give a shout out MVP to Millennia, who had great reaction time, knowing that they wanted to completely dive on them. The It's Jeff, can they stop them as the protection comes in? They cannot get the kidnap here, and the It's Jeff is running away. Ken kind of sending them over to the left side.
Ooh, nice shot.
Getting some revenge onto 2C. The BRB will bring 2C back at the very least. That Dance of the Butterfly is very close to being online, but they will have to deal with Winnie getting the copy onto Millennia with an invisible boundary.
Yeah, this is getting really messy. 1v1 on the high ground, meanwhile between Melio and Delena. He had to fall back towards the main side. Jolly trying to distract. Here comes that Wolverine ultimate. Did it even connect on anybody?
Oh my, yeah, I don't like the Wolf, chat.
But he's got that
I don't like the Wolf.
So that goes to waste, sadly. 2C does fall to Delena,
yeah,
though. He's been hunted down on the high ground by Delena.
FFSS.
Oh, they're calling him out. Melio's trying to get away. They're trying to use the comms to call out where Melio is. But with the Sia, Sellers actually brings it back to health. So is Vinny, though, rallying up the troops of 100 Thieves to try to steal this victory and get this payload to the finish ground. With the Freedom Charge, though, leading everybody forward. Self fights fast. The BRB is getting so much impact. And the Dance of the Butterfly, can it find its mark? No, Zelos is getting harassed and nobody's looking at Delena.
Nice shots. Delena's popping.
Delena finally taken out by 2Z, so there was at least one person. Passive used. Self also needs to keep going off. Vest, poor guy, keeps having to anchor the cart, and nobody's going to anchor versus TTK.
Wow.
Job done. 1 minute and 25 seconds left. 100 Thieves cap out.
You know, it's serious.
Hey, that was a good push by 100 Thieves, bro. That was a good push by 100 Thieves, but I don't know what FlyQuest is doing, bro. FlyQuest could be doing so much better if they just had a better second point. Like, I don't know what they were. They just.
You could take away the
I don't know, man.
from Delena, but that's fine. We've seen Delena pop up.
I think FlyQuest is a great team, but they're doing like silly mistakes.
And also pinpointing the threat that has been 2C, preventing 2C from getting actually set up, and it looks like 2C had enough. Also going over to the Phoenix.
I think it is interesting too because we saw so much prioritization towards the Ultron.
Yo, have a good night,
They're just
Tyrex.
not wanting to play it anymore. They're just not confident in how either self plays it or whatever. But they're playing the triple defense. And considering it's like you mentioned, like TTK on the Emma was sort of that just counter to whatever FlyQuest were doing dive-wise, and it's always gonna be tough. Like we said, I mean, dive on Convergence and Convoy. There's like only a few maps you could do it, you know, on the Deadpool map and stuff. But
it's very common to run 3 tanks, 3 supports here, chat.
Exactly why 100 Thieves just walked down.
It's very common. You run 3 tanks because 3 tanks have a lot of health. They have a lot of survivability. The healers, the 3 healers, keep them alive. They get their support ults pretty fast because large health pools. And then you just cycle your abilities. You cycle ult charge, and then you cycle ults, and then you basically stall forever if done right. But if done right.
Dagger, just trying to make sure that they get enough of that extra.
Also, tanks and supports do pretty decent damage.
With the Eternal Bond, Jolly as well on that Groot. It's great too because they don't really have to worry about TTK having that Emma beam at the 100 on top of the Groot wall.
They're gonna play full front to back style. It's on TTK to not go down or self on the height, but he wants to keep that pressure up, obviously, and they want him to by hard pocketing him, making sure he uses cooldowns to stay up there. Vinny's even coming to help out. Cart's still pushing forward, by the way, still in charge of FlyQuest's command. But they still kind of have to press on forward. These strats are building ultimates in the meanwhile. Vinny gets pressured but has to back up, and Self still control the height. Gonna do a ton of damage here. Ultimate's gonna be built up maybe shortly for the defensive side or offensive because Ken's 80% towards that copy. So maybe they play slow, try to build it, and then go in, but maybe it's red because, oh, 2Z goes down.
Oh, that's unfortunate. And 2Z was trying to take an off angle. Huge on Vinny, though, to be able to get into the position right there. Winnie, too, being able to have so many off angles with the clones. Delena finding Ken before he can get into the safety of the spawn room gates. And 100 Thieves are holding back FlyQuest all the way in the doors.
Yeah, good for Delena, man, considering how, you know, in the past, for 100 Thieves, I think it's always been the dialogue around Terra. But now, you know, after Terra left, it's definitely been more focused about Delena. In this case, they're still down 0-1 so far through the tournament. We'll see if they can turn that around. Copy's still available for the offense. Will they make a play? Everybody's stunned temporarily by 100 Thieves on the high ground due to TTK.
Karmic Revival was also almost online for Delena. TTK has been a menace, but they swat the Mosquito with Melio and those claws, and they bring him right back. Karmic Revival gonna be able to have Delena move into a different off angle. You see the Lantern reports out. Melio, though, gets the kidnap, finds Delena, has to prevent this passive from coming off.
It's a very slow team on offense versus this triple composition, interestingly enough. The res
like I said, chat. 3 tanks, 3 supports, really, chat. You might think it's crazy. 3 tanks, 3 supports, very good. Oh my god. FlyQuest, bro, FlyQuest looks so good on King of the Hill. Why do they feel they're so lost?
Gets the get ready, set, go button because rise again, my friends. 100 Thieves get to play extra aggressive.
Why was 2Z on the all the way on the outside of the map over there, bro?
They do have some ultimates online, Dogman, but I feel like they just haven't really been able to capitalize.
That guy's playing GeoGuessr right now, bro. You gotta lock in.
They're incredibly strong for 100 Thieves side, but if I don't know, I'm just wondering how FlyQuest choked this, right? Like it just seems like they have the entire, you know, all the advantages, and they need to not lose it. Here comes that Emma Frost ultimate by Best. Can we keep Best alive for more than 2 seconds? No. This is looking a lot like Mace from earlier on Nightmare. Like, how are we up this many people, ultimates and everything, and we're going down? Melio slam dunks everybody to the back.
Oh, there.
Finally, they've gotten something going. Ken goes down, no res here either, so.
That was a good ult. Good shit by Melio.
Ultimate, so now it's turning from an underinvestment ultimate to potentially overinvestment.
And itself still getting the Meteor M onto the Eternal Bond too, it looked like. So being able to try to slam it down, FlyQuest get to excel, and they
I like that.
The path here.
They use quite a bit of ults, but
comes in and they finally brute force
wow, TTK not playing for his KD and dying on the cart.
From 100 Thieves.
Someone go check that guy's temperature, bro. See if he has a fever or if he's feeling sick. That's outrageous.
He should be able to get this off for free, especially with no Magneto for FlyQuest's side. Meanwhile, Jolly with Melio, this has to be big. Jolly as well with the ultimate could go huge. Suit tries to follow.
Oh, that's actually a really cool strat. Throw the Wolverine and then jump to him to give him that like damage reduction. Oh, that's pretty cool. I like that.
Time is huge, but they're in the invisible boundary and heal up.
He got melted down after the clobbering timing with the Eye of Agamotto. 100 Thieves. They are clearing the point. They are telling FlyQuest, don't worry, you could have this Dom, but we're coming with the comeback. No portal play, no
chat.
from Vez,
We are going to a match 3.
That sounds about right. I think based on what we saw from FlyQuest on the defense.
We are.
I mean, you're trying to play dive, you're trying to do something.
I have to stand. I have to stand.
Front to back style. Not
I have to stand.
Moon Knight,
I
not
can't
even
sit.
With the storm. You know, can't find anything onto the high ground because they're hard pocketed. Sure, there was some slight mistakes out of 100 Thieves. I think there was some autopiloting going on. Obviously.
Well,
like
I'll see you guys in about 45 minutes while they complain about what server they want to play on for ping.
That damage boost, like that did happen. But I mean, that's maybe the fault of 100 Thieves, right? Maybe that's their main weakness is themselves.
Come on, Jolly.
Right?
Jolly, 5'7"? Jolly, 5'7", brother. You cannot be Jay3's height in the video game, man. You gotta lock it in here. Look at the rest of your team, man.
Dialogue we had over Mace, it's kind of the same thing here, right? Like Vess is without the team.
Delena 30-5, 17 final hits though.
That's kind of on them to figure out.
That's why I dwelled back on like that nightmare topic point because it's kind of repeating itself. Just
Delena's doing really well.
This is the
I think
instead of like this.
I'm really happy for Delena, and I say that because I feel like he's been living in Terra's shadow for a very long time. But now that Terra's not on the team, he's able to like branch out and be that guy for the team, and he's doing really well in my opinion. I think Delena really did improve. He did used to. I think he used to feed a lot. I will say he used to die a lot and like. But he's gotten better at that.
What server will we be playing on? We're gonna
Terra's on Navi now. He plays for EU. He plays in the EMEA region now. Is Jolly Cap? Jolly was the Thing. And the Captain America, yeah. Oh, wait a minute, this song. Wait a minute, that's a song. Jay gonna rap? No, I'm not. No, my rap career's over, bro. You good? Oh, I could have done that. Jay, who do you want to win? I want a good performance from these teams. I think both of these teams have something to prove, so. You got me cheering for Delena? Nice. Aramori is not on Sentinels anymore, but she is a streamer for the organization. Just like me if I ever join another org, chat. Let's just say, I don't know, first team right here. Let's just say I joined Swamp Gaming. I won't join Swamp Gaming as a pro. I would be joining Swamp Gaming as a content creator. Or Sentinels. If I joined Sentinels like Aramori, I wouldn't be a pro player, I'd be a content creator like Aramori. Or Day. Day's on Swamp Gaming. Day is not a player on Swamp Gaming, but he's a content creator for Swamp Gaming. How about you join the job market? Waleed, you don't show up here for 3 months and act all high and mighty. What the hell, bro? How you doing? How you doing? Is there any other teams that have content creators? I mean, yeah, I think there's a lot of them. Sentinels has, I mean, for Marvel Rivals, I don't know. I mean, a good example would be Tarek on Sentinels. I don't think Tarek plays anymore, right? He's a streamer now. So... Saipe is not a content creator. He is a pro player first, then content creator. Jay, how come you haven't joined an org after Luminosity? That's because I am looking... I don't really join orgs unless it's like a, you know... I join orgs for a long time. I like to be committed, chat. Like, I was on Florida Mayhem for a few years, and I joined Luminosity for like 3 or 4 years. I like to be with the team for a very long time. You know, Yo, Big Rick. Appreciate the massive Prime sub, my friend. J3, how many pros are you friends with? Oh, I have no idea, bro. Instead of joining an org, how about you make your own Marvel Rivals tourney, but don't rig it this time? How did I rig my last tournament, bro? Waleed, how about instead of playing on the sidelines, you get your ass as a starter? How about that? Huh? Jay prefers to have 5 orgs all at the same time, the way he likes his guys. What? 5 guys? Chat, I'm not a coach, bro. I'm not a coach. Bro, I am far beyond from a coach, chat. There is no such thing as a ban and protect coach.
Protect your bald king!
Hop on the battleship. Wait, what's going on here? Ramatron! Appreciate the massive 2 months. Do you miss Miami? I mean, I've been living here for my whole life, so I don't know if I miss it. Yeah, Waleed, bro, where are you, man? I'm searching for you. Yo, Waleed, when are you gaming again, bro? Play the tournament, bro. Oh yeah. My bad. All right, I'll play the tournament right now, guys. Also, I am not gonna make my own org, chat. Orgs take a lot of money. You gotta pay your players. You gotta pay all this. Gotta do all that stuff. I have a mortgage to pay.
Behold that child! Survive this!
Pay your players in feet picks. What in the... What the hell? Wait, who? Look at Toast. He paid $2 million for both his league and Valorant team. Holy shit. Yeah, chat. Yeah, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I don't got that. I could probably pay my players with a little bit of pool water from my community pool, and probably a handshake, a firm handshake. No, I can't. Soft handshake. We can do a soft handshake. No, this game's gonna start soon, bro. I believe it. I believe it. I believe this game's gonna start soon. Now, I would make a... If I could, I would make a pro team under the only circumstance that if I have a pro team, I get to be in these skin bundles, but I get to make my own skin. I don't want to be a Deadpool skin. And since I am Miami-based, all my skins would be beach-themed. So that way, and I would have a 50-50 split. So that way. There you go. Infinite money glitch, bro. Oh my god. Ay. I think that, yeah, I do think, I think the teams are arguing about what server they want to be in. Waleed, instead of telling me to hop on GeoGuessr and hop on Connect 4, how about you hop on these nuts? Come on. Ay.
Well, if you missed day
Oh my god, I thought we were gonna get back into the game.
Starting with day one,
oh, bro, I just want to sleep.
Some of them knocking off the rust, others coming right into the new form of what roster mania is. Day one has come and gone. Day two, though, you were the caster of it, man. What did you see? What were some words to describe it?
Sure,
I don't, bro, I think buying the esports bundle is not that bad, bro. You're supporting the team that you want to support or your favorite org. It's not bad. Plus, you get to have some stuff if you want to represent the
Let's go to kick
org.
it off with Nightmare versus Yeah, We Lost. And this was a close one. I mean, the word to describe the first match was probably the closest match right there with it that we've seen in Ignite yet, or at least this year too. Both these teams kind of flex that they are the dive ones. But what did you see breaking it down? Because there's a lot to highlight.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot to discuss. I mean, like you said, very close, 99 to 99 on Dom.
Jay, next time take a nap between EMEA and NA? Nah, bro, we got to play our quick play games. I think quick play is a lot of fun.
Sway it back in the favor of Yeah, We Lost. Nightmare did look.
Do you ever play Deadpool at ZPS? No.
Jeff was seeing a ton of play. We even saw Spider-Man, Venom, all the stuff you would expect. Psylocke was in there too. Daredevil went available. I mean, these teams are just very aggro, but they are incredibly fun to watch.
Yeah, for me, I mean, it looked like Vision he did not miss a step from last year. Vision was just popping off, and I felt like Nightmare had a very good control.
I don't think the players, maybe, I don't know, it depends on their contract, I think. Maybe the players make money on the skins. I know the orgs do a percentage. But yeah, I have no idea, man.
Which is always fun, and we'll see how long that kind of lasts as things have been patched and approached a little bit. But do you think they have a good step moving forward? A lot of people had them high in their rankings.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that they are confident right now too. We had the interview with Garlover, and like I said in the interview, he talked in the prior. We did kind of like a pre-interview test. He said, "I'll see you in a little bit," and he did. He came right back for the interview. So that was really
Are you going
cool
downstairs?
So they are feeling good, which is a good sign.
Can you take my bowl, please?
Definitely still like getting their roster together, and they look strong out there. I think they
because
have a
I'm on
today. Excited to see them
stream
in the day 3 action. But our other match we're going to talk about in this highlight is Fly versus Sentinels, and we talked about this is the redemption of what happened on day 1. Match. And to me, buddy, like you go and see a band and they're playing some new songs and you're like, come on.
No, stop, I need that.
Like,
I don't know.
It's like that's how I felt with Sentinels. They were doing some new stuff day 1.
Are you coming back upstairs?
Like, get the right mixing on the Iron Man. Let's see Cap on Crimson. It felt like we returned to
I need more water.
So stepped up, Rai stepped up, but also Mirror came in instead of Kuroko.
I need more water. My feet hurt too. Can you rub my feet?
Consistent backbone backline, right? Running that Invis and looking really.
My back hurts too. I need a back massage.
Just kind of woke up. We talked to Rai in the interview, and he essentially said, we just needed to change.
Babe,
good day 1, and we really paid the price for it.
I need a hug.
And now we're gonna be
protect your bald king.
Today or yesterday, for sure.
Yeah, I got to say, I mean, Kuroko,
love me.
With mirrors, it kind of makes the bands more confusing for the opponent, and if they're able to interchange these two styles,
chat, you guys love me.
Going to be absolutely massive for them because then you have, all right, do you ban the Atom? Do you go this approach? And it doesn't make it as clear cut your battle plan against Sentinels. For me, it's kind of the same as day 1. Talent all over. They're all doing something well, but it just hasn't come together as one, in my opinion.
Yeah,
nothing but love, nothing but love. Hey, yo, for sure though. Like, hey, I have been having a lot of fun doing these long streams with you guys though. It's been a lot of fun, especially when we get to have like those games where we know our friends are on the team and we get to shit talk them, bro. It's a lot of fun. So appreciate you guys being here. Make sure you guys get your drops. You guys been popping off.
On the next one. Alright, so you heard about the couple of matches in day 2 to start us off, but if you missed day 2, we have 3 more matches that were absolute heat, and we start off with TSM and
Did they just like replay this right in front of us? I just saw that.
In day 1 to find their footing, Lunex did look strong. X3 more X1. Alright, so you heard about the
look, you saw that? They replayed it right in front of us. Look.
Protect your bald king.
Matches in day 2, but that's all for us for now. We'll catch you guys on the next one. Alright, so you heard about the couple of matches in day 2 to start us off, but
putting with this new triple composition, they started.
Thank you. Wait, what? You're telling me I asked for water and you filled up the cup halfway?
Really good, obviously, but yeah, it was unstoppable.
Half full? That's not even half.
Stop moving. Everything was stationary, and they locked in for the next 2 maps.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of triple Vanguard. I think it was cool that
hello.
In the dev vision they showed.
I'm dying of thirst.
At the highest level, but you have to have an
I'm
anchored
dying.
A little bit in SSG. We saw that whenever you had Nectar as the Star Lord, and in this case, and today in day 2, Bedtime Story had to do a lot of the heavy lifting there, and that's because Gale, who's an amazing player, was on the Gulk. All right, was playing the Hulk, and is definitely gonna give that team a little bit of a different look. And we'll see if that's just part of their flexibility or, one of the team packages that they want to run moving forward. Lunex, though.
What did you do to my water?
As a team that's going to be tough to beat.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, shout out again. Redis looked really good in the back line, especially on map 3 there. Looks like he did not miss a single
bullet
spit
in it.
Punisher, and that's always hype, right? So the team stayed consistent, but again, TSM.
Oh my God, it tastes so good.
I don't think that Lunex could find a solution, so they're definitely going to have to look into that in the future.
Year 2, if there's anything we've learned, is that the MRC teams are not going to be easy beats. Lunex proved that, and we're going to continue to head into that with Swamp versus Cafe Rose, who obviously had the upset of the tournament, at least expectation-wise, to get FlyQuest a quick 2-0 in day 1, now playing what was now...
Holy yap, I'm dying. This is pre-recorded.
Right? Swamp Gaming, what they've shown, and the number one thing I've seen from this team is that they have so many ways.
This is actually crazy. I think Marvel Rivals needs to come out with like a better rule book though. If this is like,
this is a team you have to do a lot.
If they are talking about like the server and whatnot, I do think they gotta have it.
Per team, and then also
Dogman tweeted. What did he tweet? Chat. Link me the tweet, bro.
There as a duelist swap and being able to do that with different.
Let me see it. What did Dogman tweet?
Powerful. It's tough for teams to scrim against, which is what he was mentioning.
Yo, I'm gonna be honest. Actually, if you look at that also with Sentinels,
NA it is NA region, but NA is very big. For an example, if I'm playing on East Coast, I have 60 ping, but if I'm playing on West Coast, I have 90 ping.
It's gonna be kind of more common that you have these specialists in different team comps that you want to run. And I think that's going to be honestly super interesting on both a viewer and caster, position for that. But yeah, man, the backline for Swamp Gaming, they look tough to beat, but it was not an easy win for
guys, if you're a pro player, please watch the official broadcast on mute. You'll do your mental a huge favor.
Hey, tip of the cap respect over there to Cafe Rose.
Yeah, Cafe Rose has been stepping up. I think, like you're saying, with the MRC teams, we kind of assumed that they were going to struggle a bit up at this elo, but they have nothing to lose, and they're proving it. They look dominant out there, and they're not afraid to step up in these moments, taking things like domination in map 3 off the rip and look super confident. And there was a point where I was like, okay, this team might be able to pull this home, but just, unable to do so. Swamp Gaming locked in and just looked really strong.
Absolutely. And then it takes us to our last match of the day. If you missed it, it was TLC Gaming versus SSG, right? And both these teams look pretty strong, I would say, coming out of day one. Now you got a battle of some big-time Titans, especially in the esports.
You know what?
Liquid, they looked like they were just kind of back to form. I think like day one, game one, is like, okay, a little bit of rust maybe, but man, this is proven to be the team to beat. They look tough.
Yeah, they tweeted something out like, hey, we're going to shake the cobwebs off and our games are going to be easier for us. And yeah, they really did just that. I mean, SSG...
Do I do it again?
Nectar is disgusting, but they tried to match...
Do I do it again, chat? Do we download one iced latte with your breast milk, please? Do we do it?
I don't know that you can try to copy comp into a team like that. I think you got to try to find a way around it, so they really struggled there.
What, you guys don't like that game? Okay, here, fine. I'll let you guys pick.
As they went to Midtown, Team Liquid, man, they are the team to
do we reinstall it, chat?
Day 3 is gonna be full of matches as well. There's gonna be a heater on y'all's plate to watch. A lot of bangers out there.
Should we do Shower with Your Dad Simulator 2015? Do you still shower with your dad?
Yeah, I mean, obviously this is really tough to get predictions in. We've only seen these teams on a very small sample size, but today we have some matches that will definitely show a lot more of the path to the finish line in the preseason. Now we start with Swamp Gaming versus NRG. Talk about starting with an absolute heated banger. Shib, I'm going to give you the floor first. Who do you got? Because these are the favorites amongst, Group A.
I'm going to go with NRG here. I think NRG looked really solid in the 100T.
R. Willie, appreciate the massive resub, my friends, for 3 months. And Young, appreciate the massive 2 months. How you guys doing today?
Yeah, it's hard to go against Velocity and all what they've got. And to keep it interesting, though, I'll go on the other side. I think Swamp Gaming
creepy AF? What? My chat buys me games. What's creepy about my chat buying me games? You really wanna call me creepy? Okay, I'll tell you what my chat gives me. You know what? We're going down this rabbit hole. Come on. You want to look at it? Let's look at it. Let's see. Community. Where do you look at all the games, chat? View hidden games. Okay. Chat has gifted me Beautiful Feet Cabin.
Yeah, I think the same here. Just
Dungeons and Cocks
is the way you've got to think of it, especially when you're doing predictions like this.
I mean, if you look at it, hey,
Furry Feet.
Ever we saw best of 7 and
lewd girls, leave me alone. I just want to play video games and watch anime hentai edition.
They play dive is so hard to play against when you're trying to do the anti-dive
defense. I already beat this one, but mom got stuck in the washing machine.
It would be one-sided, but I think it's a more difficult match than you might think.
Oh, this was actually a really great game as well. Nudist Beach Survival Simulator Remastered.
Yeah, I think I do the same.
Oh, a classic. Oops. I slept with your mom.
But I think what we saw yesterday from Sentinels is a little better than
I beat this one about 4 times. Retired Men's Nude Beach Volleyball League. That was actually a really fun play. Really fun to play through as well, because you get to do a lot of different teams and see a lot of men's nudes.
SSG, this might be the other toughest game to call today. Both teams
sure.
SSG has obviously played both days. Nightmare only one showing against lost, which is a great team.
Wet Dreams.
Floor first, who you got?
Yeah, for this one, I'm curious what your take is too. I could go
Universe.
either way. I'm gonna stay with Nightmare because I loved what I saw from them on the first 2 maps against We Lost. They struggled definitely on map 3, but I think they were just kind of on their heels at that point and fell apart. But I think they can lock back in.
Yeah, for me, it's like I can't see either of these teams dropping 2 L's in a row, but one of them have to, right? And that's gonna be the tough part. For me, I feel like SSG at the hands of Nectar should be able to get this done. I'm going to give them the slight edge. Again, I think this is go to 3. I think if you want a long day today...
Why don't you have any achievements in those games?
The distance. But Nightmare definitely has...
Great question, bro.
More of a scary comp.
Chat gifts me these games and I just accept them, bro.
Maybe from SSG. So that's what we might see there to get close to end the day. And then we have... Hey, Fly versus 100 Thieves, which, hey, year 1, this is like a heater matchup. Year 2... I mean, come on. I know you have Fly, right?
No, I got to go 100 Thieves on this one, bro. I have to. I think 100 Thieves looks, they looked really good. Obviously, day 1 didn't play yesterday, so we didn't have eyes on if anything were to crumble for them. Fly, personally, for me, I love the players on the team.
Bro, what's going on here, man?
I want to see them perform once to get their confidence up, and I think everyone else's confidence in them.
For sure. If 100 Thieves didn't lose day
Please
1,
tell these guys to STFU and get to the games. Cozy. You guys need to have some different rules for this, man.
With Remix and all the players.
This is...
But FlyQuest going
check out
0-3,
Vespa's stream.
Also a lot at stake for them there. So even though you have 2 teams that are winless, I think there's so much mental to be played here. But overall, I think 100 Thieves ends up taking it. So what I can't wait for is for me and you to probably be wrong about most of these, but that's how it goes, yeah.
That's always how it is, and that's why sometimes you and I got to split down the other side. One of us has got to be right, buddy.
Exactly.
Hedge our bets.
We'll drop the predictions down below for the matches when they start. We want to know what you guys have to say, and we'll see you guys on the next one. What's up, guys? Welcome. We're going to talk about right now the current standings of all the teams in the America region. Now, there's plenty of days to have the preseason shake up, but as it stands, Group A, Group B, where do the teams land? And then, Shiv, I want to talk about who you think might maybe get more wins under their belts, and some of these shift a bit, especially those with the predictions out there. You want to know exactly how they're going to do. Well, Group A, the group of death. Let's start there. Swamp Gaming is going to be in first place as of now. NRG followed by that. Sentinels, then Cafe Rose, followed by 100 Thieves and FlyQuest. Now, to be fair, some of these teams have not played 2 matches, some have, and so that's going to affect someone like 100 Thieves.
I don't know who the mod is for this guy's channel, but I'm so glad.
But that's how it's working right now, yeah?
What a fucking idiot, bro.
Up in second place, they have another opportunity.
Oh my god.
Only played 1 day as well.
If you look at Group A, who do you think is going to move from here? Obviously, I think
what a fucking idiot, dude.
We'll see how far.
Oh my god, chat. You can't be that stupid, bro.
Have to look to either hope to drop a game or, move past.
Oh, yeah.
Control their own destiny, as we like to say, as well as Swamp Gaming.
Yeah, I think we definitely see Thieves moving up. Sentinels has potential too. They started locking in yesterday, and that was exciting. But again, I mean, it's like with these teams, it's like any given day. I will say that when we looked at 100 Thieves and NRG, they were so closely matched, and you obviously were there for that. That was one of those games that we've, in terms of early season, like it was just mind-blowing to watch, a ton of fun. So they're up there even, so no matter what, I think they're going to get closer on the leaderboard. But yeah, I mean, it's so tricky because I want to say Cafe Rose has a chance to move forward because they look good, but
set the server
right now, so
to Tokyo and let's go.
Roughly similar, I'd say.
For sure. I think a lot of fans out there have 2 things highlighted. It's Swamp Gaming versus NRG, which is today, day 3. So that's going to answer a lot of questions. And then Swamp Gaming versus 100 Thieves. I think those are some of the matchups to see some of these kind of even out. And then I would say Sentinels to punch up above those top 3 as well and kind of see how they measure up to them. Obviously, we saw a little bit of that on day 1, but we want to see the classic 100 Thieves. Sentinels, like sometimes teams play other teams just better on how it works. It's not always 1-for-1. So that's going to be Group A and how that's going to shake up.
Yeah, use Tokyo so everyone has shit ping. Exactly.
Team, and they're looking like they're definitely not going to be towards that last spot, at least of right now. But over to Group B.
Wait. What's chat? I don't know the players or where they're from or whatnot. But what's the issue here? Is it because FlyQuest has 3 people from EU? Is that the problem?
We lost, which prediction-wise, that's where I had the 1 and the 2. But we did have
yes, bro. I'm sorry, but I don't think I'm an. Oh, here, let me go over here so you guys can see. I don't think I'm a nice guy. Bro, to be honest with you, I don't think I'm a nice guy, and I think we're making a lot of people wait. In my opinion, I'd be like, hey, yo, brother, listen, you're playing North America region. You're gonna play on North America ping. You know, that's what I would say. I don't know. That's just my opinion. Like, if you want good ping, play in your own. You know what I'm saying? Or if you are signed to an organization, maybe the organization should put you in a team house so you guys could all be playing with each other at the team house and be on good ping.
That's a great win. If they beat We Lost, I think they kind of just cement themselves at the top. Today, it's going to be Nightmare versus SSG, and that is going to shake up, I think, a lot in the middle there because We Lost has only played one as well. They played Lunex, which I would say probably they look favored to win because of how they played them against the MRC. Like, we've seen that story play out a little bit. However, anything can happen when you have a couple weeks to prepare. So that's my expectation there. This one's
by the time this game starts, I will be J3's age. What the? Why the fuck you say fuck me for, bro?
Film and everything in between to kind of lock in.
Yeah, and we've seen just in day 2 alone, teams have already fixed their banning strategies and looked a lot better. Like we were just talking about with Sentinels, that same thing is applied to all of these teams. And not only that, their team compositions and their studying of their opposition. Some teams just play better into others. So very much looking forward to seeing what happens today because I think it's going to set the tone for what we're going to see in the future.
Absolutely. Well, we'll find out more in day 3. Don't go anywhere. We're going to be back after this break to some more action.
Okay, you know what? At this point, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm just gonna give you guys a sleep stream. I'm about to take you guys to the bedroom and just like have a sleep stream. Like just literally like record myself sleeping.
Hold still. I'm trying to help.
Lights out.
Please start. J3 is threatening to take us to the bathroom. Hey, whoa, whoa.
Us against the world.
No, it's not. This is ridiculous. Hey, how you doing, my friend? Also, hey, good shit going to Tokyo and doing the drift stuff. I heard about that. That's awesome, bro. Also, like I said, I think I am not a nice person, in my opinion.
I finished reading the second half of a book for my English class in the time this set has taken place.
I don't think I'm a nice guy, bro. I think if you're playing for an NA region, North America region, bro, you are going to definitely play on North America ping, bro. There's no chat. I'm sorry. You just look at other teams. Other teams have players from other regions, and they brought the player from, like, there was Terra. Terra's Canadian, and is he playing in EMEA now? Yeah, I don't know. Jay, get in there. Bro, what am I what am I gonna do? I say, to be honest with you, put the server on Tokyo and just have everyone bad ping go next. I don't know. Look at Millennia. Oh, look at Millennia. No doing balanced latency. Grow up. Bro. Bro, this is ridiculous, man. This is actually ridiculous. Wait, what server there? Oh, they're going North Virginia. I mean, I think North Virginia is going to be good. I think that's the most. The only thing I could think of is that TTK is West Coast. I don't think the whole 100 Thieves is boot camping right now. Considering the ping. So, I mean, look at, there's a lot of people who are on West Coast. I mean, Self looks like he lives in Virginia. So, I mean, 12 ping. But I do know Wes lives in... He lives, I know he's East Coast, but I forgot where he is East Coast. Oh, he's, isn't he like in Chicago or something? I don't know. Oh no, Atlanta. Yeah, he lives in Atlanta. Oh, chat, don't. Hey, if you guys are from my chat, go into his chat saying, "Why did you guys have 3 EU players playing in an NA tournament?" Don't. I'm pretty sure they're very stressed out. Don't add more stress. Don't add more fuel to the fire. Let them do their thing. Also, you're probably not going to be able to hear him talk because I'm pretty sure he has his Discord with his team muted, so you can't hear his comms and whatnot. Don't do that. I mean, that's why you can't hear him. But it looks like they're going to be starting here pretty soon. Why buy players from EU if you're not going to fly them out? I don't know an org. Is FlyQuest a big org? I don't know too much about FlyQuest. So let's go base it off their followers. FlyQuest. Is that FlyQuest? I don't know if FlyQuest is a big org, but god damn, yo, I really like that shirt. Bro, they're based out of Los Angeles? Why not just... Dude, 100 Thieves is based out of Los Angeles. Why not just have a LAN party over there, bro? Can I take like 1 minute to go to the bathroom? Can we get Dallas? We don't want this. I dispute. Oh my god. Bro! Bro! At this fucking point, I don't give a shit. I'll fucking invite everyone to my house. Jeez. Bro! I'll come by them in Florida. You stay away from me, woofles. Stay away. Bro, Jay, can we get some content creator influence? I'm going to end up your age when this shit starts. Chat, bro, I'm a content creator. There's nothing I can do. You guys think I could just call up Guang Guang and be like, yo, hey, what's up, bro? It's your boy, Jay3, you know. Your number one man, the best man at your wedding. Can we start this? Bro, come on, guys. I don't got that power, chat. I don't got that power. What's up, baby boy? What's up, baby? Oh! Oh my. Well, good night, J3. I'm going to bed. You stay. If I'm here, you're here. You better stay right here. You are not going anywhere. You get your ass back. Hey, the cool thing about this chat is that if this tournament goes for another, if this tournament goes on for another 10 hours, that's a 24-hour stream that you guys been asking for. But no, realistically speaking, they need to come up with some rules for this shit. Because, to be honest with you, this is actually really bad. I don't mind this. I could wait here all day, chat. But this is actually really bad for Marvel Rivals because they're probably going to be losing viewership. That no one wants to wait this long. It's really bad. It's not good, bro. It's not good. Hey, Samju, you enjoying those the new settings? Nice glasses, Jay. Thank you, thank you. My left eye is hurting, so I took out my contacts. Yeah, but this is actually really not good. They need to come out with some settings for this shit. It's really. I understand both teams are trying to like play to their like strengths. It's just like now the admins are asking for Dallas or North Virginia when realistically 100 Thieves is asking for Dallas and FlyQuest is going to be asking for North Virginia. Bro, it's at this point, get a coin, flip it, whatever it lands on, we go there. Yo. Is this guy in my chat? FlyQuest has always been trash individuals and a trash org. GG's, don't sign EU players if you want special treatment. Nah, bro. That guy in my chat? Better not be one of my chatters. You're lucky. You're lucky that guy's not in my chat. I would have banned his ass. Hey, Bubba. Hey, Booba.
Protect your
Yo, the cherry. Appreciate the massive prime sub, my friend. Oh my goodness. Bro, my hair's actually going to be gone by the time the game starts. Yeah, they're really... No, bro. 100... Listen, I love the players on 100 Thieves, but they just gotta... Just go North Virginia, bro. They have 3 EU players. They're on 100 ping. Your highest ping player is TTK at 80. Just play. Should it not be played in the middle of America server for a North American region? Oh, bro.
Protect your bald king!
Hey J3.
So now they're playing on Dallas. They said they're playing on Dallas with the ping stuff. I don't know, man. Everyone on 100 ping plus is fair to me. That's not fair, bro. That's not fair. That is, bro. Now Winnie moved himself to the coaching spot. I mean, dude. Bro, I mean, technically speaking, it is an NA tournament, chat. You are playing on, you're playing on Americas, so it doesn't make any sense why you should fully cater to 3 people who are on EU. You got, like, you should play just on Virginia. I mean, they're still going to be on ping, but, like, come on, man. Where's the sportsmanship? There you go. Come on, man. Get J3 mediator in there. No. No. I don't want people to hate me and not like me, chat. I'm trying to be a likable guy. I'm trying. Here, I'm gonna get people to like me. Do you guys also dip Oreos in water? Question mark. There you go. Now they're saying we will do North Virginia no balanced. We could have saved 20 minutes if they just agreed to that in the first place. Bro, this is actually really funny. Okay. FlyQuest wants to be put on North Virginia because that's the best server for their players. And that's really okay with 100 Thieves. Now, 100 Thieves is trying to take it a little too far and say they want Dallas to fuck over the FlyQuest even more. But now, since the devs, or I guess the tournament organizers were like, hey, okay, we'll go Dallas, but we're going to give you balanced ping. Now, 100 Thieves is like, oh, shit. I don't like that. Let's go back to the first thing and give us back our ping. So, hey, what are we doing here, brother? Come on, man. Ah!
hero do you think you want to be today?
Oh! Good luck. Have fun. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Heroes followed by 100 Thieves and FlyQuest. Now, to be fair,
We're gonna about to see it in 3 minutes.
Played 2 matches, some have, and so that's going to affect someone like 100 Thieves.
Oh, yo, Mad King for 64 months. Appreciate it. Cherry, appreciate the massive prime sub. Branch with 1,000 bits, my friend. Appreciate it, appreciate it.
Exactly
How you doing, my friend?
NRG up in second place. They have another opportunity to keep moving forward if they win their next match. They've only played 1 day as well.
If you look at Group A, who do you think is going to move?
You did it, Jay? No, I didn't do anything, bro. They argued in circles to.
Can move up with NRG beating them, right? That's going to be.
They were gonna play on North Virginia. They argued for 30 minutes to end up at the same thing that they were going to do, North Virginia.
Yeah, I think we definitely see Thieves moving up. Sentinels has potential too. They started locking in yesterday, and that was exciting. But again, I mean, it's like with these teams, it's like any given day. I will say that when we looked at 100 Thieves and NRG, they were so closely matched, and you obviously were there for that. That was one of those games.
I will say,
you know, in terms of
in defense of NetEase, I don't know who's running this for the North America side. I don't know. But I will say, I did run my own tournament. I was put into positions where I have to, like, you know, make everyone happy. You can't make everyone happy, though. Something that fucking sucks. You can't make everyone happy. You just got to do what you got to do, bro.
Series between 100 Thieves and FlyQuest. Currently, the score is 1-1. Took a while to get there, but I'm sure the map will deliver to make up for it.
Yeah, absolutely. I think this will be a fun series. You know,
it's gonna start in like a few minutes. Chat. Wait, is my thing like cut off? Why am I small?
Well, I imagine game number 3 will be fun.
Let me tell you guys something, by the way. Okay, it's past midnight my time, and it's not my fault. So it's Vicky after dark, and they must suffer with what they reap. And we get to decide on a server, and we are moving on to game number 3, Zoe.
We are indeed. Let's recap what happened on map 1 and 2, since you know, some people might have lost the thread as we headed into our quick break. One of those. Let's talk about the first map. Obviously, FlyQuest took
that was a pretty quick break.
It away. Lots of fantastic individual performance. The Mantis went through. THIEVES was super enabled on that Psylocke and just went rampage.
Yeah, THIEVES was popping off. I mean, like the Mantis, the pocket for him, and everything was kind of working because of the composition they ran. And it was close. Like, I feel like that was still a pretty close map number 1, regardless on domination. And then, you know, game number 2, not the same kind of situation, right? 100 Thieves kind of stomped any sort of.
Okay, let's see this chat.
FlyQuest had in the positive sense.
Yeah, and that led us to map number 3, 1-1 the score. Which team is going to get the first victory of the opening week? Let's find out.
Thank you, Zoe, because we have to decide it now. This is where it all comes down.
Yo, let's get it. Let's get it.
Server, obviously, because we are moving on to Heart of Heaven, Dogman. And it's been kind of crazy with the back and forth that we've had between both of these teams, but it's important, right? Because this is the opening for both these teams to really start getting ahead of themselves. This is the second series that 100 Thieves actually get to play out on after they lost in their first series versus NRG. FlyQuest, who have finally taken their very first map, want to make this fair, and we see the double Elsa ban from both sides.
Yeah, that's definitely what we want to see out of FlyQuest, I think, in terms of getting rid of the Elsa. But yeah, for 100 Thieves, they always find themselves in situations like this. I remember they're like always a team that's.
Yo, Delstar, appreciate the massive 5 good subs, my friend. Absolutely insane.
100 Thieves for some reason. I don't know, but the Daredevil Protect comes through on the opposite side, and then they go for that Loki ban.
Absolutely insane, my friend. Appreciate it.
Saw on the last map.
See, as I believe. The server that they also decided to be on now is going to be North Virginia. So having that agreement at the very least.
Oh my God, bro. I'm going to have PTSD if someone says North Virginia.
They were able to protect the gamut, but
if someone says Dallas, bro, I'm going to start tweaking.
Side because they Loki, so they would rather still deal with the gambit.
North Virginia.
Royal Flush into the win condition. We know what Melio could
Dallas.
do. The Mantis, though. Do you want to give the damage boost over to the Daredevil is the question. And with that Psylocke being hovered, that's the respect that we were expecting going into this final map here, Dogman. TC has just gotten so much value.
The Hales, appreciate the massive 5, get the subs. I'm gonna go to brunch tomorrow, and there's gonna be something.
Like to run so far now. Does that? I wonder. You know,
I'm gonna go to brunch tomorrow with my family.
Let them go for that.
And I'm gonna sit down, and the waiter is gonna be like, "Hey, can I take your order?" And I'm gonna be like, "Hey, what do you have for specials?" And they're gonna say, "Hey, we have the North Virginia special," and I'm gonna sit there just staring at them for 10 minutes.
Considering we are on Heart of Heaven, so I'd be interested to see what FlyQuest can run on this map. Maybe you do more divey stuff yet again. We'll kind of see as it moves forward. That first point I think is a little bit more open, obviously, but 100 Thieves going for that Angela Protect for TTK. Meanwhile, still had that Vanpool kind of go through thus far. I mean, it's not really been touched on this map specifically throughout the entire ban phase until now for FlyQuest going for that Protect.
Okay. Different little look, right? Because we did see on the side of FlyQuest that they wanted to prio that Vanpool for themselves, kind of swapping things off here with Jolly, too, when he was forced over to the thing. And here we go. This is not a drill, guys. We are getting into our final game of the day. Dogman, you know how I felt sitting on the edge of my seat seeing these two teams duke it out, but this is where it actually ends.
Yeah, you've been itching for this, this final map. Finally, we get to see what happens between these two squads. I know we've been waiting for a while, so I apologize for that. But
what if
you farm a little bit more drops and stuff, right?
What if one of the teams asks for a pause right now?
That we have in the drops area of your Twitch stream. But if you're watching us on YouTube or on co-streamers, thank you for tuning in and thanks for watching. Huge shout out to our co-streamers for also sticking with us and watching throughout today. So you guys are awesome for watching all of this. But you know, for Team FlyQuest, Vicky, what do they do to try to come back from that map? Because
yo, guys, I gotta go to the bathroom. I forgot. Okay.
And I think it goes down to like which game mode you feel like you're suffering on, right? We were talking a little bit about it earlier today with some teams that may not be able to find their strike, and now with FlyQuest kind of going into a different look with 2C being on the Vanpool, we have to see if they get that sort of impact with the Psylocke. Of course,
coming back to watching Jay is like your dad coming back with the milk. It never gets old. Wait, what happened? What did I do?
FlyQuest start things off on the attack, and 100 Thieves, because we also have to mention too, Dogman. It's been a little bit, just so that way you guys who are just tuning in can know this is going to be FlyQuest's map that they decide on, as well as the side here.
FlyQuest's map and side.
You see, traditionally, this height needs to be controlled by this defensive squad. And
wait, is it maxed out?
Yourself, he's kind of looking for, you know, that height to try to control it. In the meanwhile, kind of full surround. Both Angelas flying over is a bit aesthetically pleasing. But, you know, in the moment, you know, this entire point needs to sort of get surrounded upon by the offense for them to really have a shot at diving this back line of Melio and all the other triple strategists running around, or rather, Millennia and Winnie on the height.
We're going to talk about the Vanpool skin represents Melio now going to be able to wrap around, but Delena is the one on the Psylocke to showcase what the Delena Psylocke could do. Sadly, we won't get the mirror match because the Psylocke was banned on the FlyQuest, and this forces Ken to back away. Nice little reset here if he can, but he cannot. And I was thinking that there was going to be maybe some backup from Jolly, but this is the Delena show. If it's not on the Elsa, it's looking like it's going to be on the Psylocke.
Yeah, Delena's always had that Psylocke in his back pocket. Comes out, nice little two-piece in that fight, and then also staves off the aggression from FlyQuest. Now we're already down a minute off the clock, right? FlyQuest have at least built some ultimates to put Vests, you know, on that rogue, so they can go aggressive, potentially with a full triple comp dive. But 2Z gets stunned in the middle of his ult, I believe. But same thing with TTK. Meanwhile, with those Deadpool ults out, not a lot of actual action happens on the inside. Maybe some cooldowns forced out, but 2Z goes down on the other side. So Vinny gets the better of him, caught out in that engagement.
Calling him in here before closing in the gap. Vinny is going to be able to control this right side, splitting the attention of FlyQuest. You can see Melio going up on top of the roof. They're trying to pinpoint where Melio is, thanks to TTK being on that Angela. And I'm going to say it right now, Dogman, with the Rage Royal Flush, they need to get things going, but there's really not a follow potential here because currently Melio cannot let the devil out. Currently it's stuck in jail. The ultimate is not online. Celos though fights Alena. Millennia, the follow-up right here as 100 Thieves are dropping. Winnie will not be able to use the itch jet for now, but with the dance of the Cutterfly, can Delena bring this back? That's 2 outs, and with Delena being the last sole survivor here for 100 Thieves, there's only so much you could do. Vinny jumps right back around to keep the stall going, but they wanted to waste more time away from FlyQuest.
A nice little push, nice little engage on the outside. They try to come back with a Jet Bolt from Winnie. to maybe stall out time for this portal to come through, but it's not going to be there in time. Point cap by FlyQuest. It took a bit, but, you know, with 100 Thieves and how they played it, it kind of makes sense. I believe FlyQuest, you know, slowly sort of surrounded 100 Thieves, got some important ults out, and were able to kind of work it into, like you mentioned, with Melio going off in the back line and then having some pretty good Gambit ultimate timings. Now we go into the second phase of the map, though, as FlyQuest, you know, still have some solid ults to work with. They'll be against this Rocket Raccoon ult and 100 Thieves. How do they want to play this? Do they want to dive onto Ken early, or Zelos to try to force out that invisible boundary in this fight?
Especially like with Melio here, letting the devil out, compared that to Self. They can try to follow that up between Millennia and Self to get that damage output. Delena too, and trying to build up that dance of the butterfly, trying to move up. There goes Asia though, the invisible boundary from Zelos as a Heartbreaker comes in. It tries to take that away, but maybe popped a little too late, and it's fine because Melio unleashes the devil, and Jolly follows up.
Oh my god, bro. Oh my god.
Yeah, they're starting to string together a few fights, and
oh my god, dude. Oh my god.
And tries to get off that Rocket Raccoon that we used on that first point. And, you know, maybe they're finding that BRB a little bit easier to take care of. They're also switching forward to that front back comp that we saw in the previous map. THIEVES caught back towards his own, or back towards their spawn, due to them just switching to this full thing composition. They're again playing this, trying to counter the dive style, and it's working. Melio goes down too.
Talk about the push and pull right now. FlyQuest looking like they're in some trouble. They were able to bring it right back to talk about the front to back composition, and they were able to also split a lot of that attention both from the left side of the bridge to the right. And now Ken does have that Raging Royal Flush, but really no follow-up to go with it. Only really that sustainability if they try to go 3-2-1. On one of the strats here of 100 Thieves, Winnie taking a different off angle on the Loki.
Yeah, this is what I'm a little worried about now for FlyQuest. You know, how can they deal with this back line? Is it too tunneled? You know, they already go in early. Nice job with the DP ult onto the back line, so they're going to be trying to pocket each other. Meanwhile, Vinny separates them from everybody else, and Self is there to follow through. Invis eventually goes down with Zelos. Ken there with follow-up too. Sent back to spawn. Meanwhile, a Deadpool ult committed by Vinny on the opposite side of the map. Their strategists are kind of stuck in spawn, so I wonder if they're actually going to find anything in this case. It's
ooh, nice kill, though. Nice kill by THIEVES.
Now coming out, the dash out to Delena, just dealing a good amount of that pressure, but not being able to find their mark. Jolly does go down just slightly before, and with the God of Mischief, a winning hand comes out.
Ooh,
okay. No problem. You get the
okay, finally 100 Thieves started to look at the, what do you call it, look alive.
Time is among us.
They were getting rolled in the beginning of the game, bro, but okay.
You know, the heroes that are needed for the squad. I think that he's done, you know, a great job just kind of stuffing out FlyQuest dive, and now they're switching full to it, right? No more Angela, we're onto that Captain America. Still trying to go for that surround on the triple Vanguard comp, but, you know, they're committing so much to getting one in these fights. Like to see if they can continue that momentum moving forward against Self, who has ultimate.
Jolly 2 trying to pave the path for the rest of FlyQuest. Zelos has that invisible boundary.
TTK fell asleep waiting to let him play. No, chat, bro, it's 1 a.m. TTK's awake at this. This is TTK hours.
Before Vinny comes in and tries to harass this backline with Van Hammer. Delena with the 1-2 and the Scooby-Doo onto Melio to get that first pickoff. They try to get the grab. Rogue now trying to provide some of that help on the peel line from the strats, and with Gambit never folding, they're going to be able to try to match up from each side here. Vinny too going to be able to get everybody's attention. Same thing here for THIEVES, and Delena is unfazed after finding Ken. And
Delena, I love the Psylocke pick, bro. I love the Psylocke pick. That's crazy that as well they banned Psylocke for FlyQuest, so THIEVES can't play it.
Captain America
but he is playing, they are playing the triple tank with solo DPS Deadpool. That's crazy.
With his ultimate, but not having a little help, I think, just from Winnie. I mean, can he live long enough? Nice job avoiding all of the damage, but the answer, no. Portal comes back out of spawn. They're going to touch last second. Maybe thought he could get through that portal.
No!
With that
my!
The side?
No.
They would have landed at ult if it was 30 minutes earlier, but they were arguing about the server chat. Oh my god.
Right through the portal up to the side.
Oh my god.
For FlyQuest, because look what they have coming up.
Oh my, you can't blame that on ping. You can't blame that on ping too. You can't blame that on ping. Oh my god.
It's gonna be a hard fight to win no matter what.
Oh my god.
Because it was like Winnie holding down the fort until Millennia got back, but
oh my god.
Sure. Now we go to third phase. A minute left to go. FlyQuest actually getting this thing kind of pretty far forward, right? And I think Dive actually does pretty solid on this next point, on third point, with the flank angles if they're controlled by Jolly, right? Shutting down Delena. Aggressive ultimate from Lenyo to go deeper to the backline, force those greens out. But will he get any KOs through TDK, who is just stopping the dive by himself?
What are you waiting at, though? The Manhammer comes online, tries to look at the back line, assembling the troops, though, from FlyQuest to meet Jolly with the Freedom Charge. Invisible Boundary called in from Winnie in the form of the God of Mischief, and with Millennia in the safety over to the side, is going to be able to find Bez. Vinny closes the gap, too, with the bubble, and it's going to be 100 Thieves taking over this point. FlyQuest playing very spread out, but they do have the Raging Royal Flush to recontend in the next 17 seconds.
I was wondering if they would have any more stagger KOs, but you're right. It's as you mentioned, Vicky, like double strat ults. They just used the Loki in that fight. But TDK's been big with some pretty large clobbering times, right? Even in the middle of straddles. They go aggressive with the Deadpool. Oh no! Zelos dies with ult during the Gambit ult. That's brutal.
Oh, that's bad. That's bad for FlyQuest. But if the fight lasts long enough to where he can actually come back and use his ult, that's good for FlyQuest. That's good for Fly. Oh shit! No way, bro. FlyQuest actually won that, and now they're gonna have a defensive ult and Vespa's ult for that last fight.
And with overtime ticking down, they cannot get off.
I mean, 100 Thieves does have two, what do you call it, DPS ults though, chat. But it depends if they use it at the same time, if they try to bait out the defensive ult. This is going to be big.
To counter potential ultimates from 100 Thieves. They can get that out, maybe get some KOs.
So Zelos dying there is actually really fucking good. Oh my god.
Oh, with Ken going down, at least Zelos is ready with the invisible boundary. That's just one victim on the other side.
Self has to get his ult, bro. Self has to get his ult. Oh my god, FlyQuest. FlyQuest doesn't care about the ping. FlyQuest said, put us on Tokyo servers. It doesn't fucking matter. Oh no. Oh no.
Because FlyQuest have actually pushed this payload to the finish line.
Oh no, bro.
To no time on that second checkpoint when they recontested with that portal play.
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, what a push by them towards the very end. And, you know, realistically, it's because, like, well, Dilemma
oh did his part of the job, my god, dude.
Also found the KO. But, I mean, maybe after the Invisible Boundary, they wanted to go with Self-Soul or even combo those two, but he couldn't because Vest had his ultimate on Rogue and just removed Self. Like Self was at his ult, but his ult charge dissipated in front of his very own eyes and just didn't have any follow-up.
Holy shit. Holy shit, chat. Holy shit.
So, you know, there's a lot of things culminating right now, Vicky. I think at a
also good
level,
tweet for you guys that I just did. There you go.
Maybe these players are getting tired.
There you go.
Stuff,
good tweet for you guys.
That was still a very clean end towards the very end of the map for Fly.
I'm promoting my tweet. I enjoyed that.
You though, that miss on the Cutterfly before that second point had nothing to do with the ping out there. It's okay. You got to.
Oh, even the casters.
Now on the attack.
Don't do it to them, Vicky. They're already shot. Don't do it.
In an insane final series.
Nah, bro. 100 Thieves is laying there, shot with a gun wound, and Vicky was like, "Oh, I'm gonna poke it." She just poked it. Why? She put her finger in the gunshot wound, bro.
Are here clawing for their life, and FlyQuest have Jolly on the Hulk.
There should be a good changeup, I think, to see Jolly play that Hulk.
What's up, Boba?
For FlyQuest, you know,
what's up, Boba?
Honestly, a good spot to be in after what happened earlier.
Where are you, baby?
You know, go to this map where you maybe get Dylan off like the Phoenix and some of those sort of, you know, hit scan heroes that he's incredibly strong at. Same thing with the Psylocke, but you know, at points FlyQuest have done a great job, at least in the mirror. We'll see if they can keep it up. I think that Jolly's already out of Hulk form. Never mind. In Bruce Banner form, just got taken out by the rest of the squad of 100 Thieves to track down the Hulk player.
I was gonna say, like, Deletta just pinpointing exactly where he is from the other side of the waterfall. It looked like he was all the way far in left field as Jolly was able to get back into Hulk form, combat of the spawn room gates. A nice reflect here as Self finds Zelos. That's 2 out for FlyQuest, as FlyQuest now looking on to see if they can get the portal play to at least get back onto the points, because currently 100 Thieves with 3 minutes on the clock, they're looking for more of these daggers.
Oh shit, chat, we got a game. We got a game. We got a game. We got a game, bro. We got a game.
It's not going to matter in the grand scheme of things because they should have it up by second phase.
I have never seen in my life TTK tank pool.
You can see like FlyQuest on their defensive holds just sometimes get caught out in their setups. Like Jolly's on the right side angle, has to try to jump back to the squad. You know, goes through that back angle of the waterfall side without a strategist, and he goes down. So tough situation for Jolly specifically. But great track down by 100 Thieves. We'll see if they can keep it up on their attack. Whereas FlyQuest on defense, I think, you know, aren't the best team at playing reactionary.
I love saying that side by side too. It's a get off my strats real quick. It's the bouncer making sure that you'll exit your way if you are the daredevil from the receiving end. Delena does have the dance of the butterflies though. Look at where Delena's gonna come from as Zelos and Ken are very close to the strat ult. TDK tries to isolate them. Nice little bubble here. Self jumps in, finds a dive onto Zelos, and Melio then gets a trade off. But FlyQuest are down 2 members, and even with the rate.
Oh my god, dude. What I love about this game, oh my god, Self. Don't do it, bro. Don't do it. What I love about this game is that both teams are rolling, bro. Both teams were rolling. FlyQuest already capped. 100 Thieves turn. 100 Thieves is doing great, by the way, right now. Which they need to keep on doing. They have great ults. They almost have 4 ults right now compared to FlyQuest's 3, almost 4.
But it is the Rocket Raccoon.
I think 100 Thieves wins this fight, though. If 100 Thieves wins this fight right now, I think this is going to be massive.
Maybe slow down their backline too after the invis boundaries pop.
Oh, but with the Heartbreaker, that's actually enough to take away the Sia from Winnie. That was big from Bez. This allows FlyQuest to
damn, that would have been big. That would have been big for 100 Thieves, bro. That would have been big. But that's good for FlyQuest to actually get that hold.
Zelos will come right back around with the invisible boundary.
Yeah, that was a clean engage by them, but now 100 Thieves kind of walking into it. I mean, Winnie's going to have the ult now after, like you mentioned, the Heartbreaker's gone.
Chat, I'm only telling you guys how it is, bro.
Jolly early. He has to come back out of spawn still, waiting for the invis. Kind of awkward corner to retouch. But they have to right now. Let the double out towards the point 2. Invis boundary is here now from the Zelos, who is invisible. To outlive it, but with the damage we see later, can they get the KOs through it? They can't.
Oh man, but letting the double out, it looks like
Emily, I ran out of water.
The caps are going out, both from Jolly and Vinny. The Freedom Charge boosting up into these ultimates too. Look at Ken, the Rage and Royal Flush. Do they have the protection as Zelena now jumps into the backline? They try to shut them down. Self then finds Ken. It's a trade from both sides, but no strategist available for FlyQuest to help with the sustainability.
They're still kind of ducking and diving around the point, in the meanwhile trying to stall it out as long as possible. Melio does trade out 1, but you know, is it enough? You lose your cap in this fight, also against the taunt from TTK. Portal is here, so they did get that cooldown back, by the way. Does have a BRB. And FlyQuest delay has kind of panned out because of Zelos' TP back from Doctor Strange. But they don't have any strat ults, right? And Millennia is close to that invisible boundary.
Talk about that sustain here. Millennia is going to be the one to help everybody for 100 Thieves. CTK
Chat, every minute that goes by, bro, the percentage of them winning is going down. Great. They capped. They killed 3 people. 4 people. Tuesday just ulted. That's bad. 5 people. They capped.
But this is 100 Thieves finally getting the second checkpoint. They did waste a good amount of time here, though.
They did lose a lot of time, but they have 3.5 minutes. I think they had more time than FlyQuest. So, 100 Thieves just needs to keep this momentum going. They have no ults. They got to build their ults right now. They got to win some neutral fights. But they can do this, chat. They can do this. FlyQuest does have the better ult economy right now.
3 minutes in the third point. There was a lot of stall for sure. But will it be enough? You know, they need to string together at least a few fights together. You know, maybe find like KOs like this against Self without any ultimates up. That's exactly what you want to see as 100 Thieves are trying to force out like an early strat ult somewhere.
And Ken too with the itch Jeff trying to get everybody off the point. Melio close to letting that double out, but it's up to Winnie with that Sia to help enable Delena. TTK looking to the back. Their Heartbreaker is the first one activated, diving into the backline of 100 Thieves. Winnie needs help. Winnie getting that ultimate taken away, and Millennia no sustain from the strats of 100 Thieves. Zealous and
Rogue is really good right now, bro, because the ult charge is very hard to come by. Well, not very hard, but it's harder to come by now with the ult charge nerf, 20%. Yada yada. So I think Rogue indirectly got an actual buff, and it makes her ult not useless. I used to think Rogue's ult was actually very useless. But
just kind of going in free 100% win rate.
Her ult's better. Her ult's very better now. Very better now. I'm tired.
Tuesday committing an ult in the backline, early dive too. TTK is a little bit later, but will they find the KOs after this? Winnie's res does bring Self back, but they actually forced the invisible boundary out from Zelos too, so no more strat ults on the defensive angle except the Captain American ult. And will that be enough to save anybody here from the stance of butterflies?
Nice ult by Delena.
It's not.
Nice ult by Delena. Both supports.
Environmental KOs, if you could manage to pull it off.
Huge ult. And I think they only... Oh, no, they used 2 ults for that.
Less than 35 seconds on the clock, still have
oh, they used 3 ults for that, actually. 3
well
ults.
Vinny, that could boost up Millennia's ultimate into getting that invisible boundary, because you want to make sure with Vez getting so much impact with this Heartbreaker, dog, man. It's been dangerous here, especially when it comes to dealing with it from the strat lineup of 100 Thieves.
Yeah, sadly for FlyQuest, not only lost that fight, but I mean, they committed to both of those strat ults. So now Vinny going in with the cap ult, and they have invisible boundary too afterwards, but they would preferably win this fight without it. Regardless, start still pushing, pulled in is Tuzi. Nice job.
If 100 Thieves caps this is going to be huge.
Come back through, finding that stagger. Invis boundary still sitting here, and really no ult. Jolly has to delay afterwards because they've lost Melio. They have nothing else to really touch, and they have to commit the ultimate. Jeff ult's going to be a little bit late. At least the invisible boundary is used, but after this, Daredevil should go off on Self.
And Self and TTK have so much to harass.
Gotta pop your ult. Gotta pop your ult before Ken gets his. Huge. Gotta kill Jeff. Jeff's gonna have his ult here pretty soon.
And Vez is the next to go down. Melio making the swap both over to the Bucky. Can you even get that ultimate online with the cracks and impacting it? Jeff comes in next from Ken.
Oh my god.
Can this be a play? Can they stop him?
Oh my god, chat. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Yeah, we're heading back 1 minute on both sides.
Oh my fucking god.
Actually almost like
holy shit.
Both of these squads
we got a game
so far. And honestly, FlyQuest delay, and you talk about it like their
oh my god.
Good. But then they have to use Zealous' ult a little bit too early, you know, and Ken on the Jeff as well. It's hard for him to really connect, I think, with the squad. But like it just felt like whenever they didn't have Zealous' invisible boundary, just kind of hard to win those fights, right? So like we'll see what happens for FlyQuest on their attack. Maybe they can mix it up. They still have that Gambit advantage, but just didn't use it in the last
oh my god
defense. Regardless, we'll see if FlyQuest can snowball it moving forward. Losing Jolly on the defense, and then maybe was not the best for their defensive side, but on the attack, they did a very similar thing in picking apart 100 Thieves.
Cracking up, Leg Day, talking about Zelos KOing himself with a Daredevil Reflect. Let's not shoot out the Invisible Woman primary out here. When you get the Reflect going in front of your face, it can get a little tricky too when you're also trying to heal up your Vanguards, and then you get caught with the Reflect right in your line of sight. But getting started here, Dogman, you highlighted it perfectly. 100 Thieves now up on the roof getting ready. It was a little bit harder for FlyQuest to try to take this first point initially here, and now it's going to be a reset on the sides.
Yeah, let's see who can actually strike first blood, right? With both of these teams running Daredevils, so you know you can see through the walls and stuff, set up the dives a little bit easier. You look for that target who is caught out. Now, both of these Deadpools, though, just kind of looking at each other towards the main side, trying to take specific angles as Melio tries to set up his dive.
Xavier, appreciate the massive prime sub, my friend.
As you currently see Jolly trying to get the shish kebab, seeing if they could go for something cheeky. Over to the right side of the map. Vez is ready, though, to come down from the rooftops. Breaking the whole house down, though, it's going to be Melio just trying to focus down on that cap, but with the Van Pools now active and Zealous and Ken.
Oh my, oh, that's bad. Oh, wait, it's even, it's even, it's even.
Wake up, says,
it's even.
4v4,
4v4. I think the only way to make this game more suspenseful, let's say suspenseful, is if this was like the grand finals of the playoffs.
Looking for the Daredevil. They came back for the peel meanwhile, so they had the BRB, and like you mentioned, the portal still available on the defensive side. Melio able to find out. Witty, nice job, and that also moves.
Oh, wait, they're going back and forth, bro. They're going back and oh no, that's game. That's game. Well, that's GR. That's GR. That's GR. There's no one's alive. No one's going to be able to touch point. They didn't get a tick, chat. They didn't get a tick. 100 Thieves has 22 extra seconds to get a tick. All they got to do, 33%. Now, I don't know about you guys, but about like 90% of my games, my teammates throw before we even get out of our spawn. So this could be losable.
It's going to look a little difficult here.
Well, it's not losable. It's actually tieable. It's either you win or you tie. Imagine if they tie. Oh my god.
Attack where they struggled a little bit to flip it originally, as 100 Thieves kind of didn't struggle either in that same time when they were the ones on the attack.
Yeah, I think all of this kind of stems back.
Imagine if they tie, they go to another map, and they gotta decide on the server.
He was the one on the Deadpool. But like he built up.
Oh my
quickly. They built the backline first, but they ended up, you know, having to back up. But that read also onto Melio's flank ended up panning out for them.
And then you start eating chat. You're gonna go to sleep tonight. You're gonna go to sleep tonight. You're gonna close your eyes and you're just gonna hear Dallas, 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 North Virginia, North Virginia, North Virginia.
So true. You're absolutely right. We're gonna have to see if this was worth the wait. At least for now, it is.
Oh.
And I'm also just really thinking about how
Emily,
important
don't say
having
that.
Rage of Royal Flesh would have been. Imagine for FlyQuest if they were able to get
Emily,
that reset. But they
we are
didn't,
never
and
going to
that's the main
visit Dallas, and we are
part of the
never going to
series
visit
here.
North
So 100
Virginia.
Thieves
That
coming
is
out,
forbidden
Selena
in this
popping up
household.
on this side lock. What do you think, though, Dogman of Zealous being on the Cloak and Dagger?
I mean, he's shown it before. He knows what they're trying to do. So they're trying to go for that dive, you know, sort of play as well. So, you know, he's trying to, like, potentially fade it. You know, maybe play back with Ken as well. Maybe to try to build towards that Cloak and Dagger ultimate. Because, like you said, you know, maybe if you could build it in the middle of the fight, could be actually fight winning versus 100 Thieves, who are, again, trying to set up these dives with Delena and the rest of the crew. But, again, fighting for those angles right now, pretty much across the whole map.
Both from Vanpulse to 2C gets it slightly first. TTK is going to be able to match him eventually, but it's about peeling for this backline first. They try to harass both Millennia and Winnie, and with the follow-up from Vez, they do find Millennia. TTK now looks at them back. FlyQuest in some trouble, as they're going to be able to try to hide away with Vez getting another one. Then instead,
They had that-
actually reset. They stopped them from trying to push over to the left
They have to
side.
reset.
This
They
is
have
the
to reset.
100
No, 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 no.
reset.
Oh, wait.
They
They
have
got a kill.
less than
They got a kill in the support.
waking
They have
up.
to reset. Reset and go back in. They got 2 kills.
Gets 2C.
Where's the portals coming out? There's that fade from the Cloak and Dagger you mentioned earlier. Already
Oh my god,
80%.
portals are coming out from both sides.
Vest trying to fight towards that point. They lose
Wait,
Melio.
the rocket got a
Now,
kill.
Damage coming through too. Tuzi's now swatching over to the Gambit because it's one of their strategists in Ken going for the portal play. Stalling out now is the tanks, the vanguards of FlyQuest. Back to the portal, get back towards that spawn. Zelos, 95, 96, 99%.
Oh my god, oh my god, they got the support ult. 100 Thieves doesn't have a support ult yet. They have to survive this somehow. No.
Can anybody else go down too? Here comes the Deadpool towards the point, and maybe, just maybe,
They have to stay on point. They can't get off point. They can't get off point.
BRB brings back TTK.
Oh my god, they got a BRB. No.
But so is Winnie on the opposite side. TTK
Oh my god.
it's back and forth, and TTK finds another himself.
No fucking way. No way.
100 Thieves win.
No way.
The BRB div, TTK coming back. The
No way.
That was so worth it. Wow.
Holy shit, bro. That was such a... I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't even mind that I waited 20 minutes now.
No problem. Don't worry.
I don't even mind that I waited 20 minutes because that was the best game of Marvel Rivals that we have ever seen in a very long time, bro. Holy shit.
What a fun one.
What
fun
a fucking
just with the
cinema
implication on the line that we could
game.
potentially be going to another map for the first time the whole tournament.
Hey,
And
good
the-
shit,
the draw
TTK's
would've
dad.
been
I do
great.
feel bad
So,
for...
yeah,
I do feel
I'm just
bad
happy
though for
your sake, for your soul, you know, potentially could have burned out after that one. And your
for
voice, yeah,
FlyQuest.
that
They're
was,
0 and 3
that was
now.
a really fun end though, and well-deserved win.
They're
And
0
Cell
and
had
3,
his
chat.
pop-off
I do feel
moment towards
bad.
the end, and it's as you mentioned, the BRB being the real MVP.
There you go.
Wow, man. The fact that TTK was able to get back, it looked grim. Jolly was
Oh, let
waking
me see
up.
the stats.
Dez,
Let me see
by
the
way,
stats.
Popped off at the very end. Honestly, there was nothing
54
else.
and
That's
9
the
by
big
self
thing
with
that's
26
Can you
final hits.
imagine
Holy
if 100
shit.
Thieves didn't ban out the Psylocke and we could have had like the Psylocke
Delena,
1v1 duel? But you know what?
17
Maybe we
final
can save that
hits.
for another day,
TTK,
because
51 and
100 Thieves are
7.
players. Self has 26 final hits on the Daredevil. That also comes to show you why maybe the Daredevil was
Vess with
prioritized in the
15 kills.
fan base.
Melio
So
with
it's kinda like that
15
50-50
kills, though.
thing. Do you want to deal with the Delena Elsa, or do you want to deal with the Self Daredevil?
Yeah, there's a lot of discussion that you have to do in that regard.
That's
because,
crazy.
I mean,